All right, welcome to another episode of Dungeon Delvers: The Carabang Nebula, episode 2.5 for unspecified reasons.
I hate everyone.
Yes.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm in eternal pain.
Oh hey Alexa, how are you doing?
They're just foaming at the mouth.
They're just their textures haven't loaded.
Their textures haven't loaded. It's just an error.
Or it's like that black and
Pink. Yes, it's the black and pink. So yes, this session today we will be having a special mini adventure, as half of the crew has gotten food poisoning from Suki's wonderful cooking, including Suki. And will be unconscious for the duration of this session. But our characters, Barley, Eamon, and Lim. Actually, right now, everyone roll a Constitution save to see who wakes up first.
Okay, that is a 13.
My drunk friends.
14.
My drunk friends roll at a disadvantage. Yes,
Okay.
that is your hangover
Cool,
check.
that is a 10.
Perfect.
I've got a +1 to a Constitution save.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
I know.
9.
My con. Okay.
Oh, we have the same.
con. I almost got a nat 20, but I got an 8, so I've got
What is that?
a 9.
So that's 22.
Okay, but the disadvantage.
No!
I need to stop making. I need to stop making
22. Nat 1. So I got a nat 1.
You got an hour.
But my first roll was a 15 plus 7.
Oh, it was
So I got a
disadvantage.
22 originally, but then my disadvantage was a nat 1 again.
That's great.
So with recovering from hangovers, no.
Okay, well, I was gonna say
9, 10.
two.
You gotta go Costco.
Yeah, Kosk has
A
a
little sleepy.
+0 to Constitution. That's why all of the past few sessions have happened the way they have happened. They are a small, weak little boy.
I got a 9.
What did you roll?
What was like the number?
What was on the dice?
I rolled a 3 and I got a 10.
That's that. You're very.
We both have +7.
If you
You're
had
very
full
well.
Performance, I probably would have
I
gotten
wake
higher.
up surrounded by morning snacks.
Yes. Oh, you.
Corpses.
You fell asleep in the cargo hold, correct?
In corpses. Yes.
In corpses.
And you also do not have. Wait, so how does I'm hungover and I'm still like,
Mhm.
Does that mean that I'm in Sentry's Rest or am I just conked out?
I think how hungover Sentry's Rest works is that the ability to perceive your surroundings is awful.
Okay.
You are perceiving your surroundings
You're, like,
constantly.
Like you were facing the wrong way, you're just looking at the wall.
It's like your body has the inability to fall asleep. But it's or the best way I can put it is like if you've ever ridden a school bus and you're like you have to stay awake, but you can't stay awake, and so your eyes are like shuddering and like flicking, and like time is like passing at weird increments, and it's just
But just like can't.
everything is wrong.
Like when you fall asleep on a road trip and it's like desert. When you fall asleep, you wake up.
Yeah, but you're in one hall, and so you're just kind of sitting there woozily for. You are able to perceive, but awfully.
And someone's playing with the time slider.
Yes. Yeah, someone's doing that thing where you have an audio. And you go, but with your brain.
And you're like Family Guy.
Okay, so
tuners tuning my brain settings.
so Lim, you wake up. How would you fall asleep in the cargo hold? You said you fell asleep in the corner, I believe.
I said I changed it to I went to the pile of corpses and I just face planted.
You face planted in the corpses. Okay. So you wake up with the smell of the familiar smell of blood, rot, but that you don't pick up on the rot as much. More the blood, along with the smell of like sweat and clothes and just the perception of just old is what is kind of filling you.
Reminds me of home.
Yeah, just a lot of different musts. Not musks, musts.
I killed 17.
Musk requires you to be alive.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Elon.
No.
I thought Elon Musk is in the pile.
Musk is
Oh,
Musk is
okay.
a scent produced by a body. This is must produced by must is just smells from
Oh, like static,
decomposition. Yes.
Thank you.
So you wake up in that, and you are your head very hurt. What's the first thing on your mind as you wake up?
Where the fuck is the neck?
Exactly.
Hatched up on the stairs.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be tall.
You're gonna be tall. That's good.
Tall. How tall?
Is 3/4 of an inch taller than you are?
I'm gonna be whatever your height is plus enough.
Yeah.
Some can make me
So
look
seven
tall.
seven to be noticeable.
7'7" and 3/4.
Yep. I'm 7 foot 7 3/4.
Or you should just be like 7'8".
No.
No,
I'm going to be petty as hell.
Okay.
three quarters of an inch
I'm
taller.
gonna be tall. I'm gonna try and find a bed.
Man. Okay, so you leave the cargo hold in search of a man. Make a perception check at disadvantage to find them. Who had the next highest roll? Did you?
Yeah.
Barley? Okay, so Barley, you wake up, again in the idly floating,
That's a 6.
great. You think they probably managed to get into the helmsman's quarters, but you figure they have a good reason for it.
You know what would have been funny is if you had thought that he's underneath the pile of corpses and started digging.
I mean, that
That's-
would be the first time.
That's likely. This is a bad perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I'm gonna squish my face into the window.
It's a good thing Shanty is unconscious.
That'd be terrifying.
That would be awful.
Like when a cat sticks their head in like a space that's not quite right.
Yeah,
It's
a
just
cardboard
like-
tube.
Yeah, they just like how. Or like a glass like cup, and they're just like. Yeah.
Them is basically like that tired squinty eye emoji. Like that's their emotional state right now. I'm just
So Barley, you wake up in the crew quarters, swinging idly in your hammock. There's not really with no one at the helm while the ship is moving in orbit. It's very kind of just idle in the Aether doesn't move the ship that much. It's mostly stagnant. It's not like the Phlogiston at all. It's very soft. And so your hammocks aren't swinging that much besides just the idle momentum
Or
of
like
being in
you were
space.
forcing it.
Or if you were yourself moved in your sleep.
Yeah.
So you just kind of a little sway there, and you wake up, and you see around you. You feel kind of that thing in your stomach of not like the kind of leftover feeling from being sick.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's answer there.
I would not.
Too late.
It happened, but I wouldn't. And you have that feeling of like post being sick, of just kind of
It's
fatigue.
stuffy and gross and like mouth is dry and slimy.
Yeah, you just kind of feel a little awful, and you look around and you see the rest of the crew just kind of in the dim, magically lit crew quarters. You see just kind of everyone else is having a way worse time than you.
Yeah, like way fucked up, like they've got buckets next to them or something.
No, they that would mean they're conscious enough to go and grab a bucket. These people are just having. You can see them just tossing and turning in their hammocks. A couple of the
sweating.
A couple of the crew have sweated through their clothes. Other ones have fallen off of their hammocks and are just kind of.
The rest of the crew.
They're in the.
Everyone's fucked up.
Everyone ate.
Everyone is
everyone
fucked
ate
up. Everyone ate parts of me and other corpses.
Yes,
Look,
and so
Barley just threw it up right after.
Barley threw it up right after, and you ate yourself, and you've eaten humanoid. This is
a man, but I have in the past.
you have, so it's fine. You just didn't eat any of the food, so you had like a biscuit, I think.
I had a biscuit and way too much alcohol.
Exactly, and which is fine. This is weird that the alcoholics are the ones that are great. All right, now
I rolled a nap one.
Yeah.
you woke up still. I'm saying that like the rest of the crew did not have as much alcohol as you two and are having a way worse time. So
I like
hey,
to imagine others chewing on like the mask.
We'll see.
A baby or something.
We'll get there. So you see, people are like curled up on the ground in like the fetal position. Just other people are there's just groans and sighs and sobs just all around you. Everyone's probably having like the worst nightmare right now. It's starting to smell in this crew quarters.
That's gonna suck. Barley, bunny, stinky smeller.
None of their bodies have woken them up to throw up yet,
Oh my God,
and so they're just kind of before.
Oh no.
They're just kind of before that state and just having a terrible time.
Yeah.
So what's the first thing on your mind as you wake up?
So I'm just gonna sit up.
Yeah.
I gotta feel like shit.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna, like, I imagine Barley had like a backpack and he put it underneath his hand.
There are crew lockers.
Oh, okay, well then I'm gonna go to those.
Yeah, those are a little down the hall, like right before the bridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that and like be like, or wait, no, is there like a, where there's like water, I can just get like a bottle of water, just like.
There would be there's a kind of there's an infused create water spell in the kitchen.
Okay.
So you can go and get there if you want some water.
Maybe splash my face in water a little bit, drink some, just kind of.
And then switch the water out for a soup.
For
your milk.
For soup.
You just wash your face with soup.
Your face.
I'm not sure which is worse. Acid or soup. I'm not sure.
Soup is good.
They're comparable.
Is it cold? Is it like cold tomato soup? Though?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Sure.
I'm so depressed.
It's like clam chowder.
Oh, cold clam chowder.
Yeah.
Like it was cooked before, but now it's just.
Now it's been sitting in the fridge for like a couple days too late.
Like your grandma left it on the stove.
So do you go to the lockers or the to the kitchen first?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the kitchen.
Okay, so yeah, you pop out of the I got the deck up so I know what the hell I'm talking about. You pop out of the crew quarters, and you make your way like under the stairs and over to the kitchen, and you would see pressed against the helmsman things because they're like right next to each other at a right angle, the helmsman's quarters and the kitchen. You would see just pressed up against the glass is Lim, and you see they're like kind of attached to the wall, just kind of holding on to it just a little more than they should, and they also look dreary as hell from what you can see behind them. And then the kitchen's right to the side of them.
Just gonna give him like hair sticking up everywhere, and just kind of like blink, licks lips. Goes to the kitchen.
I'm not seeing
whatever. This
Yeah,
is normal
you
now.
are having
Can
a
I
hell of a time.
perceive them going? I'm not gonna do anything, but can I perceive?
Based on that last perception check, make it with disadvantage, but you may.
Okay. Barley's already perceived.
Cool, that's 7.
That's a little better.
You hear
So
footsteps.
you think that you hear footsteps, but you haven't seen Imen in the helmsman's quarter yet, so you got to keep good watch. So you're like,
Can't
Later.
let men sneak by.
you can't let them
This
get
is
back.
100% my low wisdom. Just like I have not seen, so maybe still here.
Maybe still here. You're
Not seen, maybe somewhere.
you're like
Like a baby.
it's closer to a cat waiting for like a bird to show up that will never show up because it's like winter.
Yeah.
So you're just like perched, just waiting for nothing.
No,
I wait
I'm
for
like,
Kimber.
you know that trick they play on dogs where it's like, I'm here and now I'm not? Except
Mhm.
instead of freaking out, I'm like, they'll be back.
They'll be back.
Oh, like the sad little dog just sitting in front of the door. Just
I have literally described Lim as the world's most tame and aggressive barf dog.
Oh my god, that is
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you make your way unnoticed to the kitchen. You see, I think Suki said that they went to sleep in the kitchen as well. Yeah. So you see Suki the little tiefling kind of just next to the oven, just kind of like up against the side of it, like this little kind of you know those kind of old timey circular detached ovens with the big stovepipe, and they're just kind of up next to it. Like it's not on, but they're just kind of resting on the residual heat. And then over to the side of it is a little basin with kind of a create water fountain in the middle of it, just like a little one. It's just kind of being constantly recirculated. So yeah, you just go and grab a glass of water,
Yeah. No, I just
or you just
like splash them on my face and then just kind of my head underneath the thing.
it's like it's so attached to the wall is like a sink basin, but there's not a faucet. It's a fountain coming up from the center.
So yeah, he's just kind of like.
So Barley just so you just put your face on the
You're
fountain.
like that rubber chicken who got filled with water.
Yeah, but like the waterboarding the rubber chicken.
Getting it with water.
Oh my
And he's just
God.
like. Splashing in his face.
I can make that a little bit less messy if you want water. Really bad.
You're tired, so make just an intelligence check for me right quick.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Okay. So I got a intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
6.
6. Perfect. So you're doing that thing where a cat will try and drink from like a faucet, but like they keep putting their head in the way of the faucet. So you're actually like your forehead is getting into the water, and it's just kind of drizzling like just down your nose, and you're just like, yes, this is good. This is exactly what I want.
Yeah.
So you just kind of walk.
Wet.
It's a good thing that spider climb wore off, otherwise you'd be very, very water sticky right now.
Oh my God.
Very matted.
I would love that. Me, the player.
Me, the player, would love that. So I believe you're going to be doing that. Next is me. I'm 2.
Oh yeah.
I beat them just barely. So Kosk passed out in the captain's quarters. They are not feeling well. So they don't have any resistances to poison. It's just their body woke them up to deal with it. Which is what it's supposed to do.
Have food poisoning.
Yes, I do have food poisoning.
I want to hear Cox vomit.
Or shit his pants.
Okay, weird.
Or both.
Okay,
At the same time.
I mean, whatever you're into, man.
Whoa, why is
Projectile.
the ship moving? Oh my God. The ship is violently moving in every which direction. How and why? It slowly starts expanding.
This is just the worst Beyblade.
Imagine like Lynn's body is floating from centrifugal force, but they're still looking in for a man.
Oh no. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have them roll. They get to roll another con save at disadvantage.
Fun.
Christ.
I can't see him, so I can't flash your genius in that.
Not
that
I was gonna say
Not
that.
that you-
Oh, that was awful. That was a 4 and a 1.
A nat one?
A 4 and a natural 1.
Oh, that's
I have a +0 to con saves. Con?
No.
Kosk? I'm gonna say.
Shanty's gonna kill us after this session.
Oh my God. Good thing they're not like attuned to the boat right now.
Yeah, but whenever someone becomes attuned to
If
the
I'm
boat, they're gonna
biting,
kill
if
somebody.
I'm biting the mast, then it's like, would Shanty feel me biting? Like,
Not
their
right
mast?
now.
They are unattuned,
I know they
thankfully.
are right now, but I'm saying like
If they were attuned and you bit a part of the wood, especially if it was a part of they were focusing on, yes, they would feel it as if you were biting one of
You
their
know-
limbs.
You know that monster house movie where the house was like a
Yeah,
line?
but it would be-
That's
it would
what
be-
Shanty
it would be
in the
more
boat
like-
just fucking spits you out
It
of
would
space.
be closer to like
A mosquito bite?
no, not a mosquito bite, a little bigger, like a lizard, like a fangless lizard biting you.
Oh, okay.
He gets annoyed at Shanty bites
Just-
the boat.
Just like just like a
So,
little
Does that
annoying.
also mean that like when like let's say a cannon blasts into the side of the ship, there's
It's
like
like
Yes.
you got shot. That
It doesn't actually damage the person, but it's so it's slightly less bad than if it was actually their body, so that they don't go into shock. But helmsmen are supposed to react to physical things happening to the ship so that they can know they're happening.
Okay.
Exactly for the same reasons that
So
they
it's
can.
like a haptic feedback, but intense.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a little less Pacific Rim, a little less than Pacific Rim,
Okay.
so that you can like not again go into shock and like mentally die from pain being inflicted. You're supposed to be able to survive it. It's just so that you know what's bad.
Okay, cool.
It's like, oh, the ship is taking damage right here in my ass.
And it's like, and the pain is supposed to let you know like the degree of pain. Okay, so
Now,
Cos.
Cos shitting his pants.
So I'm gonna say we're gonna actually move to Imen.
Okay.
So Imen, you have again, like you said, we've been sitting. You fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
And passed out in the hall outside of the cargo hold.
Wait, so did I not?
You literally walked the opposite direction away from Imen.
Would
Yes.
Barley have seen it?
Barley, no.
You were at the same section of the boat that Lynn was in.
Yeah.
Inside where I am.
The
So it's like on the opposite stairs.
so the helms that I I'll just freaking get the map out.
Dude,
'Cause you guys know how
am I
this-
sleeping though? Like, am I sleeping like head in the ground?
So this is the crew quarters.
Okay.
This is the engineering workshop. This is the kitchen. That's the helm. And this is the bridge. The lockers, the cargo holds. I believe this is the captain's quarters. There's a few other junk up here. And then these are the two staircases. So you walked across here and saw Lim here and walked into the kitchen. Imen was literally right here, and Lim walked out that way.
Yeah, no, I chose the direction it was involved.
You literally like,
You chose wrong.
nah.
Big Daddy fans and you chose wrong.
I just imagine Lim was like, there's a figure there. No.
Not your
You
business.
thought-
You straight up did not even look that way. You just turned and were like, they must be in the helm's quarter. Yeah. So
Other than the
they're
engineering
fucking
room, which is on the same side, but the helm's court.
So yes, so you fell asleep like just outside of the cargo hold. I'm gonna say you fell asleep completely face down laterally in the hallway.
Okay.
So just like planking, just like fully across like a speed bump.
Okay.
And so you have been sentries resting into the ground. You've been literally staring at the ground.
The ground has not moved in 4 hours.
And just, yeah, you've been just, like, just time has been unperceivable for the last 4 hours. But you, like, I would say that you would probably give a, oh, this is why you wake up. No perception check needed. You hear loud groaning from across the hallway from you.
Can I make a perception check? to
You
see
you
that?
may, it's on the opposite side of the ship, that's still at disadvantage.
I know it's still a disadvantage. I just want to. Okay, no. Okay, that's a 5.
Worse.
I got a nat 20 and a 5.
Oh, really? Oh, that's amazing.
That's so sad.
You're like,
I hear groaning, and I'm like, that's the opposite of where it is. I'm ignoring that.
You
And
think
I'm
That
it's
is
like
not
the
a man.
room or something.
No, I hear it, and then I'm like, that's not important, and forget it.
I'm trying to think.
That would be really funny, is I'm probably like, there's noises. No?
So so this is to perceive Eman.
This
You're
is-
going to perceive instead. There is some loud water rushing from the kitchen beside you. You think Eman figured out how to drink, figured out how to drink
So
water.
we're gonna get to what I'm gonna do later. You do that thing. and
Yes.
then I have a plan.
So that's your perception.
No,
So you hear loud as hell, upsetting, painful groans to the side of you. Like you think this person is being like stabbed,
near me.
like next to you.
I immediately hop up and I'm like, what is Lim doing? And I look.
You look. So you which
Who is Lim stabbing today?
so you hear it is you go the opposite towards the bridge and like off.
No.
No.
So looking down towards the bridge, there's a hallway that goes.
Oh, first things first, I will look at my clothes. Are any of my parts of my clothes like stained with anything?
Your clothes have been stained with blood since you've been on the ship.
Oh well, anything more?
Anything else?
Yeah.
No.
Cool. That's perfect. I will move on.
Yeah, it's just blood. Just blood.
Yeah.
Okay, first check. Okay.
So
Okay,
going straight down the hall.
Good.
Looking straight down the hall, there is a path. Like the rest of the hall continues like a little to the left around the stairs, which are straight down the hall, and then there's a turn to the right. That's where the sound is coming from.
I'm gonna walk towards the. I'm also gonna be pinging for Lim in my mind, be like, where
You're
are you?
hearing the like background like okay, except like occasionally it's like and then
So you are
I'm here.
you're getting these pings while you're staring at.
Hey, haven't played. It's gonna be fun.
You're just staring at the porthole, and you're like hearing E-Men calling to you.
So here's okay, can we smile? So I hear the water, and then it's
And
gonna
then you
hear in
hear
his
the-
head just me go, and I'm going to run in and I'm going to run in with wild abandon and run into Burley.
You look at someone that looks like.
Like I turn around, it's like the wet kitten.
Are you still E-Men?
No.
You're not. Okay, you
No. We're
switch
back.
back again. Okay,
We're
that's
back.
good.
But you hear in your head just an ecstatic like, and then I run into Burley.
So you see someone
running into
you see someone throw open the door. You see Lim dash at you with like a
I'm
mix
not seeing you.
a mix of like nothing and everything on their face at once, running directly at you. I'm gonna say make a dexterity save.
Yeah, no,
Strength check. Opposed.
No, see, when Barley sees that, he's gonna do rabbit and stick bolt.
You're gonna-
away.
So-
Can I make a strength check to run into?
You want to like charge into them?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Because a man can do that.
Yeah. So that's a strength
You're running
check.
in, Barley is going that
Just
way.
so you're making a dex save. You're making a strength check.
Little do you know, I have very good
one
dex
more.
save.
Big.
So I'm saying dex save?
Dex save.
Okay. So that's a 13.
12.
Oh!
Just barely. You're
Grabbed it by the ankle.
no.
I
I'll say. So what happens? So you start with your head in this fountain, just being content with it spraying over your
Yeah,
nose.
it's like,
You hear the door swing open behind you. You fling yourself over. Your fur wet and mop just like sprays across, and you're just like, huh? And bam! You get a face directly into yours as someone charges into you, knocking you both prone.
Like a rabbit swimming. It's like,
You are both prone, and you definitely would have woken up anyone if they were sick as hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and go like, you're not fucking man.
Yeah, you're both on the ground on top of each other.
I'm like poking your face like. You're
and
not-
Barley is just like,
Just absolutely.
Like it's like a completely blank face as I'm like poking you like.
This
what
is
the
like-
fuck
I'm
did you
hearing
do to
groaning and screaming.
This is cat hungry for food, just like patting your face, just like this is just like no, wrong, bad.
and this guy just kind of like,
I hear you like, where the fuck did he go?
yeah, it's just that exact face. Like
So
I'm just hearing so much still
like that MacBook loading
there's
ball.
only one of me, so many.
What?
So you hear in your you hear in your head just like the discontent and confusion along with a distant shriek, but overwhelming you right now as you go into the door that if you were able to perceive coherently right now, the captain's quarters. And you walk into this door and you see someone curled over in the fetal position. And the room is entirely magically dark. So you walk in and you are unable to see. You hear unholy shrieks along with two glowing white orifices that are just beaming at you from the ground. So you just see two bright lights in a room full of darkness with unholy screaming.
It's like if someone put like a stage spotlight, but it's like
I just have the door and
And you close it.
I just closed the door. I'm out.
Kosk had a really bad reaction to it.
Dude, I think Kosk is allergic to you.
Okay, is the screaming still occurring?
Oh,
Yeah, it's not the shrieking is just kind of like
Dimmed down.
just like kind of being briefly interrupted.
No,
I'm not getting off of you.
Exactly.
I'm still like poking you like, what did you do to him?
And-
I'm not saying that out loud.
Just kind of you just kind of you have a discontented face poking you
And he's trying
continuously.
to stop, like,
Just like you're getting
stop.
you are.
He's just trying to do a kid slap fight.
So Eamon, you walk down and you hear "Where are you?" and like all of the messages just pouring into your head.
I'm just like, so I'm just like sitting outside of Kosk's area. I'm just like, what the fuck?
The door closed, just like having a time.
I'm just going to walk to the engineer room and close the door and lock it.
You lock it.
Yeah.
Make
Can I
a.
make a perception check to know that Evan is doing that?
You can make one without disadvantage. Just
yeah,
just a straight perception check.
Cool.
Eamon,
7.
amazing. Eamon, make a perception check for the engineering room.
A perception check?
Perception.
Okay. Without disadvantage?
I'm
No
still
doubt disadvantage.
I'm like in a mood.
Perception.
Stop.
You want to sip?
Stop
You wanna
cursing
sip
me.
of the Evan
17. I rolled an 18, so 17.
17. Okay.
Oh right, you're whiskey shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Electa is sleeping is curled up under the desk, groaning in pain. Nothing like you heard in the captain's quarters, but you're just hearing just like just like wails of pain from under the desk. And the kind of medium-sized paneled window, like the orange-tinted paneled window that you have in the engineering room, you see it's daytime.
What?
It's daytime outside.
There's space? Oh, I'm looking out the window. That's not good. There's no sun in this.
You know what I
window.
imagine is you're just kind of like, and then just like, yeah.
Because there's no sun.
Make an investigation check at looking at this. To infer what's going on.
Yeah, investigation.
The investigation.
I'm still trying to figure out
15.
what's
15.
happening.
It's not. You realize on second, kind of getting like the whatever kind of sleep a homunculus would get in their eyes. You kind of wipe that out and gain your senses a little more because like that's a shocking realization. You look at it, it's just bright white outside.
What the fuck?
It's not daytime. It's just not space.
It's not.
It's bright.
Okay,
not good.
I'm gonna like head over very quickly.
Mhm.
I'm going to head over and like check Electa because they're the first thing that is in this room.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that they are not in like critical.
Critical condition?
Will
No.
they survive?
They are surviving. They're just having a bad case of food. This is magical food poisoning. So it's a shit time, literally, but it is survivable.
God damn it, you're going to clean engineering room now.
You're funny. Okay, I'm going to then.
I'm gonna then.
I'm dead.
I'm not patting your
I'm
face.
gonna like go to the window, look at that, and close the window.
The window has these the orange panels. You could try and put something over it, but it does not have like they're like there's not shades. There's just like these little orange. Each panel just kind of flips out individually to kind of open them or not open them. But you could open the window more, but as it is, it's closed as it can be.
Okay, I'm gonna run so I know where these two fuckers are, right?
You can hear that there's two people open, and you know that Lim is conscious right now, so that almost has to do that.
I'm gonna head in there. Hey! I'm closing the door.
So
I know, before I close the door, head up deck, something weird's going on, I'm just gonna close the door.
Close the door.
I'm going to.
Like, fair.
Barnaby
Okay,
is just
so
like
the
crying.
moment that you say that and you close the door, I'm standing up and immediately go from like
I'm
semi-drunk
lying.
Lynn, where I'm like a little bit like normal acting, to immediately like, okay.
I'm also going to cut off our message and send a message to Kosk. And be like, hey Kosk, you're my twin now, by the way. I can telepathically communicate with you. Come up deck, something weird's happening when you're done dying.
You hear for the brief moment that you get the response from message, it says, just muffled through your brain. But so that's
I'm gonna reopen our message.
their message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
like an
Close off that one. Immediately. As soon as I was screaming, I'm just closing that off. Like, ow, no.
Well, you want me to check on the deck, right?
Come to the deck.
Sweet.
All right. So you're coming to the deck. So you.
Yeah, are you in shock right now?
Yeah, they're just on the ground having a great time. And so you pop up and you head up the stairs.
I'm also so I'm like, this shit's weird. I'm on edge.
Mhm.
I'm going to summon my ooh, I can do this now.
I'm gonna take out my eggs. So,
I want to do a thing.
why?
Yeah, I'm gonna summon my arcane turret.
Arcane
I'm
turret.
summoning my arcane turret.
All right.
So I break out my tools and I do a little magic and poof.
Are you doing it on the deck?
I'm casting him. I'm casting him as a tiny creature, so he's on my shoulder.
On your shoulder. Got it.
I have a little. So basically, what he looks like. I haven't decided what he looks like. If he has legs, he has legs. So it is a giant. It looks kind of like a spider neck. Almost. Like it has 8 legs that are very like mechanical and sharp. And it has a giant cannon because I'm gonna do force ballista.
Oh my god.
So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna pull out my broken gun.
Okay.
Yeah, the gun that is just like barely hanging on. It
Like,
doesn't-
you're an engineer and you probably could have fixed it, but you didn't.
it is fixed.
Okay.
It works.
Did we name our guy?
Little boy, not yet. I feel like
A
we
little
have
lad.
named each one, you know. 'Cause
You
they're-
name
they're
it,
different
but
every
you-
time. Sometimes
You shouldn't
I'll
name it
like,
just when you make it. Like, it's different each time.
Yeah, it's also one of the things where sometimes I'll give them human legs, but like very
It's like 8 spidery human legs.
human legs.
Just like it walks along the floor, it's just.
Little like.
Yeah, bat noise plus.
That's so horrible. That's horrible.
All right.
What child?
So,
Make it larger.
so Barley, are you heading up to the deck
Yeah.
as well?
Like,
So after a minute.
after that, I'm just like, ow.
Okay.
I
Uh,
am holding my axe with 2 hands.
Got it. Kosk is you see
Kosk is dead.
Kosk is going to arrive up at the deck in a minute. A bit after Barley. Once they get
Unshock
themselves together. Yes. What's up?
I want to get my rapier.
Okay, so yeah, everyone equips their stuff and all that.
Yep.
Alright,
I summon my turret, baby.
Got it. So little guys on your shoulder already. So you two you guys actually all come up the same staircase.
Nice.
Just one after another, coming up. And you
Actually,
guys.
quick, 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm actually going to make him a beautiful. He's going to be the brain dead, head empty. He's gonna be the. Oh my god, why am I forgetting what it's called? The flamethrower.
Flamethrower, cool.
Nice.
Flamethrower instead.
So you guys come up here, like, just ready to, knock some people, fuck some shit up. You geared up and you're ready, and you walk up the stairs as militantly as you guys could muster. And you get on the deck, and you see a face.
What?
Sideways. And 2 bright white, just eye sockets. One of them you realize is what you were seeing out of the engineering room.
I was
fuck is
staring
that?
into its eye.
You were staring into an eye. And you would, anyone, I'm just going to say you're all up here now.
Yeah.
Everyone's up here minus cost. Make a, what would it be, history check.
Ooh, history.
And any of you that have,
15.
none of you guys have, like, interacted with, like, the divine before, right? The divine.
I'm divine
Divine.
soul.
I know, but
I-
we
probably-
talked about what you
Okay,
are.
probably on accident, but never in any way that I would know they're divine.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
history.
So I wouldn't know that. It's like someone's like, I'm divine. I'm like, no, you're not, and then I
dirty,
leave.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Oh yeah, because you're
7.
And I would say, because if we weren't interrupted with this, I would say that a men usually every morning prays to every god.
Cool.
Every god.
Every god at once.
We did talk about this.
Because
today.
he's not religious.
No.
He's superstitious.
Ah,
And he's like, hey gods,
Oh,
don't fuck with me.
kind of
Don't
like
make my day harder than it has to be.
kind of like the Japanese house spirits kind of thing, where you want to appease all of them.
Yes.
And
That
Marley is just a guy.
Which is kind of hard because a lot of gods are conflicting,
Yeah.
and so to appease one is to displease another. So you kind of have to.
I have a way of doing it.
Not relevant right now, but is
Yes.
interesting. So everyone, now that you're up on the board and you see just this giant face to the side, again oriented.
The one day I don't pray.
Oriented just if the ship's like back is here and it goes towards the bridge, the face is oriented like this, and if your eyes were to follow it, as your eyes follow it, you see like neck past the edge of the boat, and then out towards it a torso, just kind of out.
Oh, it has a body.
Outside of the 300 feet air sphere is like its torso and arms, and just outside the peripheral, you would notice, all of you, this isn't hard to see, its torso, its body ends at the torso, along with its arms end at the elbow. And you would see it is a gnarled white, black and red, almost skeletal, almost holy looking thing up just along the edge of your ship, and you see it is motionless.
What a message again. I shouldn't fuck with this, right? Okay.
Do I recognize it like at all?
You would not recognize this.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my
You would get the sense that it is celestial,
Okay.
but that is
I
it.
speak Celestial.
You speak celestial?
How do
Yeah.
I speak? I know I speak languages.
That's funny.
How'd you learn celestial?
I know.
I just picked it as a language and was like, this is cool.
Well, a good rule of thumb for picking a language is have a reason.
Have a reason why you
I know Infernal and Abyssal, and that makes sense.
I know why
Horrible
you
person.
because you're bad.
Also, Abyssal is just something lawyers get.
It's lawyers all speak Abyssal. Abyssal is lawyers undercommon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
short
know-
tangent, the propaganda against lawyers is made so that you do not use any of your Miranda rights. So lawyers are good. Police are not.
Good.
So I speak,
Except in D&D.
I speak common and deep.
You common and deep. Deep speech.
Which is funny because I will occasionally just like curse.
Curse and deep speech. Which just sounds, deep speech sounds like echoey Mongolian throat singing,
Yeah.
from what I've heard. So just like a random string of words and then a curse attached with,
You're talking curse words in deep.
Yes.
just like,
We know curse words in each other's languages.
that makes sense.
I also, but I would not teach you what my name
All right.
is.
So as you guys are marveling at this entity,
Can I just like point my rapier and be like, what the fuck is that? That's bad. Oh no, I can't cast some of my spells now. I
uh-oh.
don't have my wizard spellbook on me. Oh no,
Oopsies.
you could. I have spells.
Again,
but not attacking.
there is the object is currently motionless as you
Yeah.
guys are both idly
I'm
drifting.
gonna send a message. I'll be right back.
I'll be-
And I'm getting my wizard
Oh,
spell.
Yep.
I'm
I
running
right
down to the drawer. I'm gonna say
Okay.
my name in deep speech. And
Yep.
I am replacing my battle axe with dagger. Wait, which dagger number is that?
Mhm.
Dagger number 13.
Got it.
I think Barley just
How many
learned
do you
how
have?
to
Like
speak
14?
Celestial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he learned it from
And then
his
my
teacher.
favorite
How to do magic.
is the
Ooh,
left hand.
then you would have had an Asimar Bard teacher at Bard College.
Cool.
There you go.
There you go.
And they would have probably would have done that thing which teachers do, which is if they know like a second language, they'll teach you like little funny
Little
phrases,
And you just
tidbits.
pick it up, yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of you got some bits and pieces of Celestial from
It's
that.
kind of like how inverted how I tried teaching McGill German.
Exactly.
I
It was
also
so
have
funny.
tongues, so if I need to understand, I can do that.
Just the shit.
Yes.
Do this, I'm bad.
So you're just trying to so what are you doing up on the deck? When you're still up on the deck,
I'm
right?
still above the deck. I'm covering.
Covering. Okay.
So I'm just.
You're still pointing your rapier at it.
Just like.
Are you
for
in front of
defense.
me or behind me?
Okay.
Probably like next to
You would be in front of me because I would have moved to cover the way back down.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
like you're kind of guarding the stairwell, and you're kind of near the edge of the deck, just pointing at it. As you guys as you're about halfway as you're about to come like up the stairway like after getting the book, you would see across the hallway on the other stairway, you would see the darkness moving up and out of the captain's quarters.
Oh no!
So you
Just like,
I'm gonna like open my wizard spellbook and like flip to my page and I'm ready.
yeah, spellbook is ready, guy is ready, all
Book
that.
in one hand, gun in the other.
I have
America.
America.
so
You
you,
are
so you get
America.
so you got so everyone is up on the deck now, and you see the darkness. You guys see coming up the other stairway would be the darkness kind of just enveloping out, kind of like a fog in a sphere, and then the sphere would halt, and then walking out of the sphere would be just the figure which you would recognize as Kosk's body, with two glowing white eyes. There's no other defining features except for moving bits of stars as if they were in a star panorama.
I think Kosk was sick.
that's not our cost.
And there's simply
Why?
anyone that wants to can make a insight or
I'm
investigation
not going
to understand
don't-
what's happening.
I don't care.
So,
Fair
what
enough.
did you say? Investigation?
Insight or investigation,
Yeah,
whichever.
I'll
you
do
like.
that. I'll be like, investigation.
And they are just kind of slowly walking towards
10.
you. 10.
7.
You could convince me.
This is really bad food poisoning. That's what you both get. You both get really bad food
Yeah,
poisoning.
little
quick
boys
and see if I can do
care.
this.
Unless someone was like, hey,
You should care.
you should care.
No, that checks out.
I'm like, I don't care. I probably would be like, I think I've seen this before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, I probably.
Yeah, that's-
Like,
it's-
I'd be like, hey, I've seen this before. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
you can die.
I mean-
that's the one takeaway. It's like they're still killable.
Roll a luck check if you've seen it before. That's just the
Well,
plot.
that's a 6.
Yeah, you have not seen this before, but it seems like some normal shit.
Wait, is it Kosk the same thing as the thing that taught Barney how to speak Celestial?
No,
Oh.
Kosk is a space genasi,
Oh,
not
okay.
yeah, a star genasi, not an Asimar. An Asimar is the child of an angel and a human.
I think I've seen this before, but seen something completely, absolutely,
I-
insanely different. But I'm just like,
Yeah,
still like,
I've
Close
connected
enough.
the-
I
I
might
like it's like
hyper-
the BuzzFeed. I've connected the dots. You didn't connect.
yeah,
Yeah,
you didn't connect shit. I've
okay.
connected them.
My only takeaway is like still killable.
You're like, mark it in the checkbook. Could kill that.
Could kill that.
Could kill that.
It's the
Not
opposite
going
of
to,
it's
because
the
we didn't
opposite
have
of the
a
bard.
verbal agreement.
It's the opposite of the bard checkbook.
How you feeling, Kosk? You look a little like.
Yeah, you don't look
a
good,
little sick. Kosk, you there in no discernible language, just whispers of shrieking. So just like muted shrieking. Just there's no mouth. It's just in response. It's just the kind of just
Me too, man.
out.
Me too, man.
And they're just walking towards you guys. Still,
Can you
across
say
the
it
deck.
again? In
Can
words that I can understand.
Can you say that again? Make a persuasion check.
Can you repeat that?
Persuasion.
Make a persuasion roll.
Cool. That's a 17.
Not bad,
This
not
text
bad.
is mean to me, but that's to you. You're gonna use these ones. I'm going back to my.
All right, I'll do. Oh God, I'm so. Why do I keep making Kosk roll wisdom and con saves?
Oh, also, I would say that you could roll like a perception, or you could.
Wait, what'd you get?
You
17.
just know.
17. They
Yeah,
save
I
it.
know.
No.
I'm not. I'm asking, like, can you say that in words I can understand, please?
So they repeat the exact same thing. This time not whispering. This is full on shrieks, just kind of emanating.
See, every person Oh,
Yes.
coffee? Do you have coffee?
Okay.
cups?
So, okay, I would say that with their passive perception, they also notice that like my broken gun has a bunch of carved sigils into it.
Yes, yeah, it's a very
Magical symbols that are emanating.
Hey, wait, is that magic? I'm
It's a
magic.
gun.
I know
it's a
magic.
gun. It's a gun.
I mean,
Okay.
That would be it would be an investigation check or a persuasion roll to get them to tell you. But you would notice that it does have the wood is
Okay,
intricately
so
carved.
so is that a wisdom save?
No, they didn't make the check. They didn't.
Yeah,
Make
I was just kind of like,
If they
Okay.
wanted to find
If
out
you
more,
did want to find out,
like
you
I can
would.
tell that's runes, but I'm just gonna be like,
Because I didn't roll
I
very.
could have used the help action.
Nah, it's all good.
nah, it's all good.
That wouldn't have been good.
So
Yeah, no, a 2.
does anyone do anything else? Koska's still. They're about halfway across the deck now.
You know what this is?
They're actually they silence for a second.
I'm the one talking.
And they just kind of raise a hand and point at themselves.
Is that your dad?
You ask again?
No. I'm
Yeah.
still holding my dad.
I'm just gonna be like, wait, are you two like?
So I'm assuming we don't want to fight this thing. Probably not. No. Nice.
No.
I'll take that as a yes.
I look at Cos. Related? Cousins? Brothers?
Are you saying? Are
Yeah,
you
like,
asking
like,
that?
Are you two related or something?
You see them just raise their arm again and point at themselves.
Is that you?
You know what? I think we should just.
You speak Celestial, right?
Yeah.
You would hear from the giant entity, but from no discernible part of it. You would just kind of hear from that side of the boat, not from Kosk. You would hear in Celestial, you would be able to pick out me, you, dead or dying, and help.
So part of these you're just kind of
You just, yeah.
like listening.
My passive perception is 10. I'm not noticing this.
No.
9.
Guys,
What?
he said that sick, hurt, dying, help. Do we help
Well,
it?
he doesn't.
It's Kosk.
His torso's gone. What do you expect? I'm assuming he's dying.
Well, no, but Kosk is our.
Kosk is also fine.
I mean, I can navigate, sort of.
Kosk is fine.
That's
This
not
one's
fine.
Kosk
Neither of these are
has no
fine.
longer they stopped to like answer Lim's questions by pointing. They are now walking. They're about at where Lim, you're at the back, right? Lim's at the back of the stairwell. You're kind of on the side facing that, and you're kind of in the middle of that. They're about at you, Eamon. They've just kind of walked this way. And they are staring just like directly into your eyes, just bright white.
And you're blinded.
I mean, if they would have
It's just Raiders of the Lost Ark.
just melts. Yeah. If they would have if they get any closer, you might have to roll checks to not get blinded. It is piercing bright, and it is the eyes of the entity are also bright. But they are not as blinding, even though they're much larger. It's their bright, just dimmer.
I should say this now. 90% of the things that I say to a man are a message.
Yes.
unless otherwise specified. I'm going to say that now so I don't have to keep saying I message him.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So he's just staring at me.
Yeah, they've gotten to like about like a foot from you and are just staring at you, just kind of a pose, just blankly staring at you. Again, you're just kind of seeing this.
Swelling around.
No, the magical darkness stayed.
Okay.
They walked out of it, and you just kind of see like the swirling cosmos around them. Just like in kind of like if you were to cut a Kosk-shaped hole out of the boat and just see like the spinning void of aether space behind them. And they're standing there, no longer moving and no longer shrieking.
So like,
Yeah, what do we do about this? I'm gonna try and like talk to the big thing.
You're gonna try and talk to
Like
it?
sort of. Like it's kind
Dare,
of.
back it, cause, like, confused. Like,
Should I do tongues? I should probably do tongues so I can talk to you.
You're just staring at them?
It doesn't help.
Do you say that?
yeah.
You see them point now at the entity.
Flip to an empty page of my notebook and rip it out, hand him a pencil.
Pencil?
Right.
You see them stare down at it, and then they grab it and it disappears.
What the fuck?
Just kind of like it just kind of like melts through their hand and is gone.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't hand you an arcane page. I'm just gonna talk to the thing and shout like in Celestial or whatever.
Mhm.
How the fuck can we help you?
You probably managed to eke out like how help.
Yeah.
You guys hear
Help.
That's
yes.
Help you.
We don't
Celestial-
understand
So you
We
hear
don't understand
two words and then
Celestial.
fuck you.
Well, Celestial sounds like to people that don't understand it, kind of the opposite of Abyssal in the way of just it sounds like the sound that accompanies like a bright shining like god ray.
Yeah.
You know, like the kind of not necessarily an angelic sound, but just kind of like that quiet chime of like energy. Yeah.
So
It's kind of like
makes
how
sense.
Infernal and Celestial are like very similar languages, different dialects.
Exactly.
So if you understand Infernal, you can understand bits and pieces of Celestial and vice versa.
I'm hearing the most insane. I'm like probably hearing the wrong things. It's like words that don't go.
Yeah, and
together.
also you're hearing it through Barley's understanding of it, so you're probably hearing like just like kind of eking it out, trying to like doing that thing of like translating through your head like in that way.
Like, it's like grass treadmill.
And-
I'm like, what does that mean?
You're getting that thing of listening to
It's like when you learn
it's the
French,
effect of
it's
listening to
another
someone speak in Creole through a staticky radio is how you understand it through Infernal. Is like it's close, or another way is like that generator that Google uses where it just generates like English speech, but it's just complete nonsense gibberish.
Yeah, no, Linda's just in the background, like, if men probably is like, why is he so confused right
Yeah,
now?
you're just getting like just weird bits and pieces of like
I
nouns
still
and like
think grass
half syllables
treadmill
that
is like the most of what I keep hearing grass treadmill over and over again. I'm like, well, what does this mean?
Yeah, it's so weird.
I'm like filing away the words. Like maybe one day I'll have a complete dialect.
Maybe you'll get it. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll get it. And so for how help you see them kind of reach out.
I thought they were just gonna reach out and grab Barney.
No. Kosk reaches out and points at, just kind of points, and you see that they're having trouble. And then you see that the arm of the entity kind of creaks and moves and like the ice of kind of aether space kind of cracking off of it, and bits of dead, what you assume to be skin and other things, as it kind of just up to an elbow kind of points over the ship at the boat.
Okay.
And Lim, it points at Lim for a second, and then like Eamon, and then maybe Eamon, Lim, and it's kind of pointing back and forth. It's having trouble, like it's having
Like it can't hit.
like a compass way too close to the
Like you put a magnet next
yeah, way too many magnets near a compass.
Okay. So it's just kind of like. That's
It's just, and then it's just kind of just doing that, and it's getting kind of stuck. And you see that the arm that moved over is just kind of it moved, but it's staying there. It's just kind of, the arm is kind of outstretched over the boat. It's near kind of where the mast is.
I have an idea.
Luckily, the sails are unfurled, otherwise it would probably be tearing them.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my rabbit jump thing, and I'm gonna jump up onto it. So I'm just like,
You're dead.
You're jumping up onto it. Okay.
like, I'm gonna try to jump up to the arm and like do a spell or something.
So the arm is about 250 feet up.
Oh, never mind. Then I won't.
It's near like the top of your air bubble. Your air bubble is 300 feet out from the farthest
Oh, I
point
can
of your
only
bow.
jump.
Yeah, so
Never
you
mind. So
it is like the
like
most
You jump to your death.
the most of it is like in most of its torso is in the air bubble, about halfway in, but the arm is like just completely like over the
See,
bubble.
I thought it was way closer. So reverse that.
It's just large. It's just
So,
very
I'm
large.
gonna look where the giant thing's pointing.
You're gonna look to where it's pointing. Make a perception check with advantage, if you'd be so kind.
Nat 20.
Fucking hell.
I don't even need advantage. Just got nat 20.
Oh come on, you guys, you gotta see it.
They're like,
Okay, let's see if I can get 2 nat 20s. Nat 20. 2 nat fucking 20s.
Nat 40, I'm God.
No, it's just a really good nat 20, but damn, you're gonna get an answer.
If I got a nat 20 on my perception, I would have gotten a 30.
Yeah, holy shit.
I would have gotten a 19.
So let's see, where are they pointing? Let me double check.
You have a moment. Yeah.
I just like start levitating. I'm like, I know where we need to go. My eyes roll back of light beams out of my
Yeah, you
eyes.
can
Ooh,
call that
okay.
one.
This is actually amazing. This is going extremely well. So you see them point, and just kind of where you're at in the orbit around the planet, you realize that they're pointing way out. Do you have any form of star chart or knowledge of the system?
I do.
I travel.
We
You've traveled around the system,
Quite a
but that would help. But this is
But if you were
specific.
like if you were proficient in navigator,
I'm gonna say that like the knowledge you gain from like having traveled is that they are obviously not pointing to anything
No.
in this gravity's in this gravity field.
But,
They are
like-
pointing out.
Okay.
if you had proficiency in navigator skills, you could totally be able to figure out what they're pointing at or something.
If you had a map. Actually, if you have navigator's tools on you, I would let you be able to make. The thing is with space, yes, jamming telescopes have a lot longer of a range, and also highlight like what are they called? Astral bodies. So you would be able, if you have navigator's tools on you.
Probably. Yeah, I do. Remember.
You have navigator's tools. Then yes, you can make a navigator's check with perception.
Okay. So how do I do that?
It's your
Tool check plus it's
your
intelligence plus
yeah,
proficiency.
navigator. So it's intelligence plus your proficiency, and you're having this advantage. Your intelligence mod.
So my intelligence plus my
One's just there, like, I don't know what's
And
going
once
on.
you roll, and you tell me the outcome.
Yes.
Tell me the outcome. then I
Because Barley is the one that's. So I'm assuming you like communicate to Barley like, hey,
Where's that?
what's that way?
Mostly because I want to know if they succeed. I want to know mostly if they fail because I have a thing that can change that.
Got it.
Okay, cool. I also I don't want to get inspiration.
That doesn't.
Because
No,
Nothing
yeah,
else
you-
happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you have to usually get that
so-
from.
You have to cast it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that one.
It's with advantage.
With advantage.
Oh, with
you can
advantage,
twice
okay.
take the
Yeah.
13.
Plus your intelligence mod plus your proficiency
I'm
bonus.
What's 13 plus 6?
19.
19. So I got a
I'm
19.
assuming.
19. That does succeed.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Iowa.
Good. So you would realize you pull out like you kind of check where you are in the orbit of the planet and just kind of like where it is, where you can see the frozen sun, and then you point your telescope out, and you realize that it is you again looking through a jamming telescope is like, and it zooms in, and you get just kind of the view of it like passing through kind of your telescope lens of a massive gaseous planetary body. So this is entirely gaseous, and you see it's not like Jupiter shaped where it's like actually in a giant sphere. This is just like more nebula shaped, like fog shaped. But you realize this is one of the planets in the system. Have you you got dumped off at the station on this planet? Would you have traveled through the system often, or are you new to this system?
I feel like, yeah, probably, because he jumped from ship to ship to ship like several times, so he's gone through a bunch.
So are you? Well, I'm saying you jumped around a lot. Did you jump around a lot of systems, or jump around a lot of planets? Because if you jumped around a lot in the system, you'd know it a lot better. But if you just got dropped off here,
yeah, probably just a bunch around the system.
Okay. So around the system, then you would know that this system has 14 astral bodies, and the one that it's pointing to would be the third one. The third one from the sun. Yes. Yes. You are the second planet from the sun.
Oh, okay, that's close. Well, air quotes close.
With my 15 history, would I be able to tell this, or whatever this is, would have any connection to some sort of deity power?
With
the 15 history.
15 history, you would get that it is divine in nature.
I'm insulting and
Yes.
angry. I can't speak celestial.
You start cursing at it in Infernal.
I'm going to start talking to it in Infernal and asking very specific questions as if I can understand.
It's gonna get the Simlish.
Grass lawnmower.
Yeah, the grass lawnmower
Wait,
effect.
I'm gonna get my grass
It's
lawnmower.
you're gonna see that do you do that
I'm asking very specific questions.
in Infernal? You're
You
gonna
would know
see.
these questions. Or basically the idea of what I'm asking about.
Yes.
I want to be able to the readers, to the listeners, yeah. Or
Yeah.
you.
You see as you start asking these questions in Infernal, Kosk, in their their magnetized compass kind of stops pointing at you.
Huh? Oh.
They're now bouncing back between Barley and Eamon.
I'm glad that
I
they
think he-
realized that I'm not worthy. That would be
Yeah.
really bad.
So you would the gaseous body third from one ring over from you. I would say you would remember now with this specific information of like, oh, it's this planet
It's
this
that
far away.
gassy blob.
Yeah, the gassy blob around. You would remember this planet is actually infamous for being sentient.
I don't like that.
This gaseous mass is sentient and also has a mining colony around it.
So I'm gonna look to Koss and be like, nod yes or no. Are we gonna go here?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, but in Celestial.
Going there?
You would see Kosk stops doing the pointing thing, and then Barley would hear no.
I just shouted no.
You would hear no.
He said no. Okay, so we're not supposed to.
What are we doing then?
Yeah, what are we doing?
So what
This thing wants
do you,
help.
if you get
I can be like the in-between translator.
yeah you're doing the in between translation. It just comes through again very garbled. You would get from what doing, you would
What do there? Question mark.
you'd get. What would you get?
Should I just use the spell tongues?
If you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tongues. Okay, you know what? Make this easier. I'm just pass it on myself.
So you cast tongues and you would hear
Ignore that. I just got a text for college shit. So
okay.
I'm gonna check that.
What would they say?
There's now an adult here. It's me.
You're an adult. You can do adult stuff.
So from tongues you would hear that you would hear my form now resides there.
From Kosk?
No, from the they use tongues.
Okay.
So now they can fully understand. You'd say my form now resides there. This a piece of me resides within within nearby. It still sounds this like they're talking in like full sentences now. They're not talking in like modern Celestial. So
ancient.
so you're getting kind of the like old English vibes of like it's understandable, but it's just like a little the syntax is a little wrong.
Yeah, how off, bitch.
So a piece of me resides within nearby. Old, ancient form now dust near. Help, require, returning.
So Barley's just gonna like lean on the railing and just like think that over. So you want us to go near that planet and find something that's missing from you? I'm talking to the giant.
Yeah, yes, you're talking. The Salung, the Salungs. Does tongues allow you to speak in the language as well, or is it just allow you to hear in the language?
I don't know.
I've never had it been used, so.
Let's locate creature point. This spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language here. Moreover, when the creature speaks, and the bot knows at least one language, I target understanding. So I can't. I'm still like fucked up Celestial, kind of at that.
Okay, so yeah, you still.
I understand them, but I'm not speaking good at them.
Got it. So you ask. So you kind of like repeat that back to them.
You there, we go there, find you.
They mull that over for a second.
And die.
And explode.
Everyone
Roll new characters. No.
The tradesman is vaporized.
And then the next session. So guys, we need to make some characters.
No.
He's dead.
Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead.
No. So you get back. Returning this help.
I point at cost.
Oh, new form. Okay. New form. All right. Old form. Returning. Need.
You. Oh, because I have tongues, so it would be more understandable. Right? Because I have tongues.
You understand everything that's being said, yes.
Yeah, you understand what is being said, but this is what is being said. Is like this is just how like
They speak.
this is how they speak.
So do we need to like tow you over there and that will make you better?
Tow the celestial body.
And does it involve Kosk? I point at Kosk.
And you get you point at Kosk and they say, Child of Stars was adequate for communication.
So
Lim's using one of knife number 10 and just throwing it at the ship and then walking and picking it up because they're bored.
Okay.
yeah, like Barley's
Wait, is
doing
that-
space talk, and you two are just like.
And then
Knife number 9.
Knife number 9. And then you also get so like regarding Kosk, it's like yes, Child of Stars was adequate for communication. Understanding of request is sufficient.
So
Are you like
yeah, I turn over them. So we gotta like.
You're trying Lim's just throwing a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation
Mhm.
to clean up my clothes.
cool? Okay, so like to get all the blood
You
off.
guys are just kind of bored fidgeting. Like,
I'm really
like
bored
your kids when
because
they play with
I'm
games.
watching this as I'm
okay,
doing it.
I'm doing this because I don't want to think.
Okay.
Hey,
So I
uh,
turn over to Eamon. We need to get this thing over to the space thing. Cost. To? Question mark?
Okay, well,
do you ask about the cost thing to the?
Yeah, I did ask about cost. Like,
Well, the answer for the first time for cost was Child of Stars was adequate for communication.
like I tell him that and I turn over and what? What does that mean? What do we do with this? I'm confused.
I'll go with
Um,
I'm
You would get in response line of blood, closely matches speaking could only hear.
I'm gonna go down and try to wake up.
I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna go inside the room the way that I told you I can get inside so I can wake up Shanty.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'm unlocking the door from the inside.
Oh, yeah. So you...
Nothing can keep
So what did you try to do? I'm sorry.
I was going downstairs to go and go to the helms to wake up Shanty.
And because Lim is
So you guys both...
we both go downstairs.
So actually...
before I leave, I'm gonna go wake the helms.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm still trying to talk to
My clothes are now very clean.
Yes, very nice. Smell like lilacs or whatever. So as you're walking down the stairs and you get to you would hear a noise and then you'd walk to the porthole to look in at Shanty and you would hear the door opening from the inside.
Oh,
and you would
I
see,
don't get to do my cool thing.
You did.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, you the door is opening from the inside and you see Lynn popping out.
Oh, thanks, Lynn. I'm gonna. Where's Shanty? Is Shanty
passed out.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shanty, you see, is also having a hell of a time. You see, the bed. They're having a hell of a time right now. The bed is still perfectly made. They are just on. I believe they said they were near the chair or on the floor, and so they are just kind of again curled up, doing the moaning, groaning, having a terrible time, sweating through their clothes. John.
Can I look at their guns?
You can look at their gun.
They
have the one.
Can I look at gun?
Yeah, you can look at the anti-material rifle. It's just laying on the chair, laying against it. They're close to it. You can tell that they're next to it, but they're
For safety.
they just have it next to them, just kind of.
Let's not increase that number. I'm going to Lynn, we're back to covers on Shanty's bed. I'm gonna pick up Shanty over the shoulder and put them to bed.
Put them to bed. Got it.
If it wasn't us, this would be sweet.
Okay, but question: are you guys gonna try and drive the boat? Yes.
This is gonna be
which one of
interesting.
us is gonna drive?
I want to drive the boat.
Okay.
I want to drive the boat. You're upstairs.
You are up. You
And
did
I
go
locked the
downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
go down.
both in.
As soon as someone attunes, the door auto locks.
I'm gonna go over to the chair and investigate it.
Investigate the chair.
Yeah.
You can tell that this is. How many times do you think you have been in a helmsman's room before?
A couple of times. I would even say that I've probably attuned to a ship
Before.
At least once.
Okay. Then you would know that
Like in an emergency situation.
you know the story of helms, how they're created by one race. They're very hard to come by. This one is you see is a moderately good helm. You see just it's kind of gilded. It's partly you can tell it's magical hardwood along with other things. It's kind of embedded into the floorboards along with a lot of metal plating along with magical runes. It's glowing blue, purple, green, just it's kind of ambiently
Are
magical.
there any law books in the bookshelf?
There might be.
Cool. Can I
Did
do
you-
investigation
Yes.
just for my
I just want to be grumble and then walk downstairs.
So you're just kind of confused and you follow after them.
Okay, I'm gonna try and figure out how to get the boat to go. I'm gonna.
So you're gonna
Well,
walk.
that's a 14 to see if there's any books on the wall.
You see, there are some. You would find one on a. You would, no,
I already know that.
yeah, that one's easy. You'd find a pamphlet kind of tucked in about general pirates codes. You'd also see one regarding it's how to what would it be? It would be how to deal with mind flayers at sea, or mind flayer code of conduct, and then yeah, you're heading down. You now so you're on the way down while this is happening. You would also then find imperial guidelines and how to be your royal best.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm taking these
Mhm.
permanently. These are mine now.
Okay,
and
you
I'm
have.
going to read them, and I'm going to take out the book and quill, and it's full of notes on different law books.
Perfect.
And I'm going to open to a fresh page and I'm going to start writing.
Okay,
You're just crisscross.
so yeah, so
Yeah, no, I am crisscross.
Just-
Like,
just a
Gremlin stands.
just a reminder. So you have Pirate's Code, kind of like a scrawled, kind of yellowed pamphlet. You have a like an adventurer's guide on how to interact with mind flayers in aether travel and jamming, and then a very shiny white thinner book, but also you can tell this is mass like a very kind of cheaply made but nice looking book that is Imperial Guidelines in How to Be Your Royal Best. With it also has an Imperial soldier just doing a thumbs up on the front.
So Pirate's Code, Mind Flayer, Code of Conduct, Imperial Guidelines. What was that last one?
It's Imperial Guidelines and How to Be Your Royal Best is the full title.
I'm just writing down like the basic ideas, and then there was that one other like like spell jammer basic.
It's
I would assume there's like a basic wall of spell jammer stuff.
That is usually, you would know that's usually assumed. You find books on like specific cases. So it's the Imperial Guidelines, the Mind Flayers, how to interact with Mind Flayers, and the Pirates Code kind of pamphlet.
Sweet, I am reading these and taking notes, and because I'm doing this, I automatically know how to abuse these systems.
Absolutely.
So if there was a way to abuse them, you could tell me.
Exactly, I will if a situation comes up. So, you made those observations like a pretty standard old helm. And about now you would see the door is still open, so to the helmsman room.
And I just kind of also the end of investigating sit.
Okay, you sit. So I would say that at how it works is that so you're like yeah, and then you see Barley come in, and so you just kind of sit making eye contact, and the door just slams shut.
Barley is offended because he like is advanced with like narrative tools and would probably.
I'm glaring at you.
You see the little porthole pop open. Eamon, what's the look on your face right now?
I'm just like smug.
Smug. So you just see Smug Eamon sitting in the chair, and then a little to the side, you see Lim just crisscross applesauce reading book,
And then glaring through the book.
also glaring.
I don't know how to date.
And I will attempt to attune. I do not like this.
Attempt to attune.
Get the bucket ready.
So
If you don't
attune.
like
You would actually, you would have, to be honest, you would have an easier time with this than Shanty does because you are magically adept.
Yeah.
This is simply, it's an Arcana check for how smoothly this goes. It's going to take 30 minutes either way.
Can I use the help action?
You may use the help action. Tell me how you use that. How do you help them attune magically?
I've probably done this before. I'm like, hey, remember,
Don't shit
don't
your
do
pants.
this.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
how that was bad last time?
So
Don't clench too hard.
you kind of hear while your vision's kind of waning into the attunement. You kind of just hear in your head, just like, hey, don't be a dumbass, kind of from Len.
Okay, so is it?
It's
Do I
Arcana.
get advantage because they're helping?
You get with the help action. Yes, you get advantage.
What did you get?
So I originally rolled a 4. This is a 5. So 13.
13. Hey, you passed the 10.
I mean,
Wonderful.
I knew you were going to pass me, so I can't make it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been 12.
Yeah, I
I
believe.
have 8 Arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
It's not be funny if it was like, hey, don't be a dumbass. You're like,
Oh shit!
Oh shit! I forgot.
Oh shit! I forgot. I can't be dumb.
And so yeah, you just kind of hear that, and then so you kind of just. I think.
I feel like
What
Barney
was-
used to use one to say, don't be a dumbass.
So you were kind of like
Space, like, oh my
bracing
God,
yourself
we're gonna
while going
crash.
into it because you remember not liking it, right? I think what the don't be a dumbass comes through your head as is relax, and so you actually just like don't tense up, which is what you like. You were getting ready for some shit, like going into the Matrix, and you just kind of loosen, just generally, and
Liquid meat.
Like what?
Liquid meat.
Liquid. Oh.
Liquid meat.
and then you
Just one, I'll go attack.
and then so you get powder.
Powder.
So yeah, you kind of just relax and let the magic. You kind of just feel like rising up through yourself. The feeling of like again this kind of tingly, almost static-y feeling of like your body. Yeah, it's close to pins and needles, but it's not painful. It's just kind of tingles that kind of go up through you. And then your eyes roll back into your head. You would see this looking through the door.
Like a very
just smug,
just like, fuck you, her.
And yeah,
And then smug smirk off with his face, only to reveal a smaller, even more smug sword.
yes.
I hide my smugness with my smugness.
And you begin as you open your eyes, you open it to just kind of the black like void of space, and then your vision as you kind of like look down, like to move your head down, you kind of wheel your whole field of view over the ship, and you see like the air bubble along with the corpse along the side, and you see Kosk still standing up on the deck.
I will like go down to where they are.
So as you're kind of swooshing down to Kosk, right? You
Kosk looks at you.
Yeah, you feel your you start to feel like get a feel for like your astral body, which is how you maneuver through this.
I feel a lot more comfortable in this astral body than in my actual body.
Absolutely. You feel it's just like a manifestation of your spirit to allow you to maneuver around through this. It's a very kind of cold magic that it helmses.
Especially since mine's it's a homunculus sphere.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you would like reflex, like on reflex how you would imagine yourself. It's kind of how it is. Just kind of like
So
subconsciously.
Oh, that's lit.
It's just your body.
This is like the one.
That's so
This
cool.
is like the main reason that you
Mhm.
said it is you were just like, oh.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so this is cool. This is really interesting. So
You're being
in that notebook that I have hidden in that drawer, there's a bunch of sketches of what my character, what Amen wants to look like.
Yes.
That's 100% what he looks like.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's just it's your
And
sub.
it's a sick face.
There's no consciousness in like manifesting this astral body. It's just simply how defaults to your subconscious view of yourself.
So
There's
that
a
means-
reason that one doesn't do this.
Yeah, and there's also something. Oh yeah, there's something great to the fact that now. So Amen is 8 feet tall. This figure's 10 feet tall.
You are near if you were to stand, like if you were to have your astral feet be on the lower deck, your head would be a 3 feet tall above, like your shoulders and like half, like the top of your torso would just be above in the ship. You would also, Barley, what are you doing as you see
I'm just
them?
gonna go back above deck to the thing and try and figure out how we're gonna get this big thing.
You would,
to all of us.
I would say make a perception check with advantage.
With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage because it's your body now.
12.
Not bad. It was not a high check. You just kind of attune to yourself moving and then moving, and you feel like you can kind of like you would see up on deck. You would see the all of the masts unfurl and all of the like the flags and the wings of the tradesmen open up, and you just kind of feel like there's a difference here. And that like astral body is where you think where you want to go.
Okay.
To move, you actually compel yourself to move.
Cool. And so yeah, set course.
So yeah, you would
Yes.
you would wheel around the ship, just kind of you can't turn on a dime. You have
Yeah.
so you kind of have to swerve out and around to the other side of the corpse. Your message link is not broken.
Good.
You can still speak to them.
Good.
It is.
I'm like sending messages to Amen, like being like, "This is weird. This is weird. This is weird. I like this."
This is you would actually you're lucky with Lim that you already had this message cast.
Because I couldn't.
You could not cast a new message through this unless you wanted to do what Shanty did and learn how to communicate through the boat.
Would I even know that that's not something that you would normally be able to do?
Yeah, you would know from like being on other ships. the captain is usually the one talking around the ship and will communicate what the helmsman asks for.
Okay.
Because the helmsman usually just talks through their body, because you remain control of your arms and your head while attuned, so you can kind of come back in and like be in the helm's room. Shanty learned again,
How to punch through that wall.
basically punched through the astral wall enough
Said
to.
you wanna gamble.
They effectively what they did is they manifested enough control over the ship itself to vibrate it at like the frequency of speaking.
I'm
Like
not,
when
I'm
you
not
do
gonna try to
piano
do that.
talk.
That's Shanty's thing.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like
That's
how
Shanty's thing. Being able to
you can make a piano talk.
So yeah, you see.
I will say that if I need to say anything, I'll just message it to Lem.
Got it.
Have Lem message out.
So Kosk and Barley are up on the deck, and you're on like the other side. You kind of see now the head is facing the other direction, and you like the torso is still kind of trailing off that way. You're on that way, and you would know from the orbit of the hello.
I want to shove it even. Wait! I don't think the fucking thing is gonna follow us. Like, I'm assuming that he's
Is
gonna
the
hear
giant
me.
thing following him?
No, it's stationary.
That sucks for him, man.
I'm just like, hey, wait! I need to tie this thing. Hold on, please wait.
Can I
No.
hear them?
You are the astral plane is a projection of the ship's reality.
Okay.
So you can hear them. You just cannot speak or interact.
I'm gonna tell this to Lem. I'm like, whatever the fuck Barley's main
Whatever the-
issue, I do not think we can drag that giant. That thing's larger than us. We cannot drag that.
I'm going to, very annoyed at Barley, put down my studying tools, go up and say, no, and then go and sit back down.
Can I try to like grasp like our mass, the ship's mass,
Mhm.
and like try to like do it like a play in my head, being like, can we drag this thing?
Yes, you could. You do not know how heavy this thing is from it being in space, but it being affected by the gravity plane of your ship means that it is light enough that it doesn't produce it's not heavy enough to produce another gravity field. So you know at least that much, and that this thing could probably pull it if you did something to pull it.
Probably push back around here.
No.
So you hear no just kind of in your head from a message.
What?
No, I don't message. I literally only message him.
Because that's
Oh.
the thing is, too, if they were to message them, they would cut off our
And
message.
it is very hyper important that I have a constant.
Exactly. Okay. So
You just kinda
you
pulled it
cannot
out real
leave.
fast.
You
No.
cannot leave
Yeah.
this room while the helmsman is attuned.
I know, I'm not. I'm
Unless you
looking
wanna-
I'm going to the porthole and saying,
They're on the
no.
deck.
Oh, cool.
They're on the deck.
I'm
So I
gonna
don't
yell
hear
really loud.
You could Misty step out up there. You could do that,
You won't.
but if that's up to you. But they are on the deck and you're in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, we're vibing.
Oh, yeah.
Vibing.
So, once I like lined up, would I know if we need to enter jamming speed?
The ship speed it would take about a half day's worth of time to get to like between rings. If you were to go at just like normal ship speed, jamming speed is a little bit faster, and jamming speed is usually used from getting like to the edge of the crystal sphere or entering into the phlogiston, which is like the travel between systems. So jamming speed you could use, but you'd have to be very careful because you could overshoot it very easily.
Okay, so how fast is the jam? Like, would it cut down like the half-day trip to like a couple of seconds?
So to give
I can do like the No Man's Sky.
you do,
Okay.
except you don't get the auto stop.
I don't get the auto stop, which means we're all dead.
So jamming speed again is used to get from is able to get.
We're doing it.
So this is going to be a
Are you gonna fling Barley into space?
no jamming speed does not affect the gravity of the ship.
Oh, thank
Sphere.
God. So I'm not gonna get.
So you can pretty much walk around on the ship.
Yeah. It's similar to like Star Trek or Star Wars hyperspace. Like so this is going to be you are tuned, and the ship is your physical body, and to move it at jamming speed is similar to teleporting, just that you're
Okay.
physically existing the whole time.
Okay, I know how to teleport. That's gonna be great.
So this is going to be. I'll let you choose. This will be a Arcana check at disadvantage,
Okay.
or you can, and it'll be a decently high check,
Okay.
like not crazy, but it'll be possible.
Okay.
Or you can do a tools check. If do you have any proficiency with boat, anything, vehicles, anything?
Carpenters, smiths.
I would say as an artificer you would gain proficiency with like magical workings and that kind of thing. So you could this yeah.
The boat is my cannon.
So you can I will say that you can just like from your artificer's knowledge also do a tools proficiency check
Okay.
at disadvantage.
Okay. I'll
And-
do tools check then.
We'll do the tools check.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's intelligence.
At disadvantage.
Intelligence
Oh, my God,
at disadvantage plus your proficiency.
Okay. That's a nat 20. Okay. So. $22.
Okay.
Woo! I rolled a 14. Okay, nat 20 and a 14. So I
Yeah,
got
that
the
was
14.
that was an 18. That was an 18 check.
Okay. Okay. Whew, I did have my flash of genius, but I didn't need it.
No, that's good. That's good. So you're kind of, I'd say you kind of like from wheeling around and kind of moving back and forth to kind of get a feel of this, and then you kind of get the magical prompt.
I will say that after entering jamming speed, I'm just screaming, "I don't have my license!" in a full line.
So usually you enter you prompt the ship to enter jamming speed, like you prompt the helm to do that,
Yeah.
and it would like reflexively like give you not like a pop-up is too direct. It's more just like a sense of dread,
resistance.
like a sense of dread resistance, like you shouldn't do this. It just kind of gives you that overwhelming feeling
I got
within
this.
your body, and then you just kind of discard that, and you're just like, no, it's fine, I got this.
The ship's like,
And you, so what you do to enter jamming speed, you kind of feel yourself, like, you imagine the destination in your mind.
You're thinking, space.
So yeah, you're imagining it is, and you're kind of like where the orbit is. Like orbits are much faster, like in wild jamming.
You're getting further away from this.
So you kind of have to like plan like here to enter like the gravity field, and then so you're leading your shot, and you're like, okay, don't overshoot, and then what you do is it feels like jumping, like physically jumping. Is what it feels like, but then you jump and it keeps going. Like if you were to jump without gravity.
Like if you glitch in a video game and you do a really big jump.
It's closer to when you fall on a bit of terrain that you shouldn't have, and your character just consistently falls until you. So you kind of jump and are like falling towards your target, and you feel like everything like telescope in and then outward. And you appear right outside of this field of this thing. Everyone else on the ship, you would see the stars move in closer and closer to the front of the ship, and then all of them beam into streams of light, and then immediately stop at the sides of it.
Too busy reading.
You are
So
too
yeah,
busy
all
reading.
Barley just experienced that, and he's just like clinging.
You would
to
just
the
notice.
edge.
You would just notice that the lighting of the room kind of changes for a second.
Yeah, there's a moment where
Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
like
kind of have to
camera
move.
flash.
You kind of have to do that thing where you're like reading like early in the morning or at night on a road trip, where you have to kind of keep aligning it to like the street lamps.
I imagine Barley would just like grab, like clutch the railing and just like, what the fuck?
And you feel you both even and
Here comes the planet.
even and Barley would both notice that Kosk seems the darkness that they had cast is gone.
Yeah.
Their form now is seeming to be more wispy, and like it's not just like a solid cutout anymore. It's more just like shadowy, and it's getting kind of, and the stars within them are starting to slow down.
So can I tell if this cost feeling better?
You can make an insight with disadvantage, as you're not physically near them.
Disadvantage? Okay, cool. So I got another nat 20 and then a 15.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling so many
These
fucking
guys love you.
They really fucking
My
do.
door's
Wait, didn't you get
I got
on the one advantage I gave you? It was 2 nat 20s.
So
Nice.
inside?
Mhm.
So 14.
14. You would feel this is because you left the corpse.
We should
And
have brought the
can I
goddamn
tell
card.
if he's feeling good about that or just
You can tell that Kosk is. I would say it's hard to get out from like in the astral plane and not being close to them,
Yeah.
like physically. But you can tell that it's more. You're seeing more of Kosk's shape. You see.
Acid in this.
Yeah, there's more. You see more of Kosk's shape through the shadows. Like there's a little bit more definition. That's all you would see.
I like in the Aether like do those
Yeah. Yeah, you just.
Can I do like a check on cost?
Yeah, you could do an insight. You can do an insight. Just
Can I
flat.
roll to see how much I got studied?
I don't think you don't need a roll. You get these books down.
So just like a regular insight, no
That's not in
advantage.
my brain.
That's in your brain.
Regular insight.
Yeah, it's not been very long, but I'd say that of the
I managed to skim through and get basic.
yes, you'd get basic info, and since you own these books now, you can reference whenever you need to.
Cool. Yep, these are in my bag now.
I got a 15.
15. You would see that the white lights are blinking, and you can see like the stars starting to slow again. It's starting to look more like
Like he's
Kosk's
taking
skin.
shape.
Like Kosk's skin, where it's more just painted on and not like translucent through the
So
ship.
I'm
I
gonna
will-
walk over to Kosk.
I will like
Are you okay?
You touch Kosk.
Yeah, I touch him. I'm like, grab him by the shoulder, and I'm like, "Are you okay, buddy?"
You feel like touching where Kosk's like form is like you start touching it, and it's like a gust of wind. Like you can't actually move your hand through it, but there is no physical thing stopping you there. It's just kind of like being repulsed back from touching
Yeah, and Marla just keeps like
it. Doing that.
"That's not good."
so maybe this is like come out of this like of my tits are gone.
Nice.
I'm gonna unattune.
Oh my gosh.
Like, damn it, I need my skin.
So you get to
I need my skin.
so you pop out of attunement.
Yeah, and after that I'm like, I need my skin. Give me my skin.
Okay, so you are now you're in distant orbit of this the celestial body.
I'm gonna jump in and put on my skin.
Okay, you got your skin. So yeah, as you unattune, the door creaks open, and so you're both good.
And I now have like
Both free to leave.
like tan skin.
Got it.
Like instead of the gray.
Instead of the gray.
Silver, like
Yeah,
shiny
so now
silver
we
right
have the
now.
same skin tone.
Yeah.
So wait, were you just fucking skin naked?
Yes. I did.
The
I was.
entire time you've been
Yes.
skin naked?
The whole time.
I
did-
little space in their bag has like a folded instead of like a folded shirt. It's folded skin.
I literally
I
just
don't know
watched how you're supposed to
little spaces
be.
situation.
No, homunculuses are no one asked, but homunculuses are usually supposed to look identical to humans, just like perfect versions of them.
The sexiness rating has gone up.
Yes,
Yeah.
now you can see like their abs have a lot better definition, and like yeah, they have a really good tan. Not an artificial tan either.
A little murder baby.
A little murder
You
baby.
have a little murder baby?
It's
Oh,
me.
yeah, there's a murder baby.
It's me.
So do you guys both come up on deck?
Yeah, I'm gonna come up on deck and I look a little sour.
You look a little upset.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, you changed color.
Why are you not gray anymore?
That's a little racist. I'm saying that as like an obvious like fucking with them.
Yeah.
What the?
I'm gonna like.
You see you're not, what are you popping?
The tins.
Oh, the skin. I was gonna say because you.
No, it just shines right in front of his eyes.
I
Yeah.
blind you.
Oh my gosh. I thought. Well, the thing is you're wearing the noble's clothes like very unbuttoned, so I thought you were doing that. But no, yeah, it's skin.
Skin.
I like it. And it's
So you have you're now in this orbit. You see around anyone that's up on the deck. No perception check needed. You just see the it's a giant white and silver like think of a cloud, like the different hues of it.
I just fucking know. I had earbuds in. Those were fucking dice. Oh my god.
The different
I would
hues.
too.
Wait, you had dice in your ears?
They did. Now they do. So you guys would see. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Wait. Fill me up with sauce?
No sauce.
No sauce.
Hold on.
No sauce. No drip.
This is weirdly
I'd
You
imagine
can't see, but I see tens in my ear.
in your ear.
Can you though? It's taking a little long, isn't it?
All right.
I was half tempted to like open it and just like put the packets in there.
Just have them swimming.
But sometimes, like, you can smell, like, the powder, so I think the powder would reach there to
Okay.
all of them.
Hello.
Which
Hello. So as you guys climb up on deck, you see if you imagine all of the colors of a storm cloud, like from darkest at the bottom to the silver lining at the center to the more brighter and grayer near the top. It's like all of those colors, but mixed in a smoothie.
No,
It's just kind of a smoothie of like storm cloud like colors, and you see just little bits. It's kind of hard to see at this distance, even with something this big. You see just kind of white and yellow lightning kind of popping out and like arcing over the sides of it, and just kind of bright spots appearing within this kind of just giant thing. It does not look like cloud material. It just has cloud colors. It's obviously like gaseous, a lot heavier gas. And then about now you would see coming around the side a pyramidal structure. Just
Fireball.
going around.
I have fireball.
Oriented kind of it's It's D8 shaped. But yeah, two pyramids ass to ass, but a little elongated, and the elongated side is pointing at. It's kind of like geolocked, or you would say kind of like pointed at. Yeah, it's pointing at it.
Like a mining laser?
Yeah, and it has you can see an arcane blue laser coming out of it.
Okay, does it have like can you tell if it has a port?
You would assume it's a station.
Okay, cool.
This is far. You're far away from this.
Cost, can you speak again?
Yep.
You would hear like whispers of Cost's voice, like, along with just like kind of the ambient static screams.
With my tongues, would I understand what he's saying, or is it still?
You would hear the bits. You would hear what everyone else is hearing, which is the same.
It's not speaking a different language. It's just that his words are being like muted.
Yeah. No.
I thought that was your computer.
Computer decided to get
Someone tried to call him. No, bad, stinky.
So
you would find you hear just bits of Cost's voice along with the kind of muted screaming. Both are muted.
Then look at Cost and like, can you nod yes or no to yes or no questions?
You see like flickering in and out of like the white lights where their eyes are. You see like Cost's eye just like appear just occasionally in one side or another, and you'll see they just look worried. It's just like they can't. That's it.
That doesn't seem good.
And you see the body of Cost seems to point in both where you came from and at that.
Yeah, I think we needed that big thing.
No, we don't have them, so it's like.
We might need to do that jump thing again.
No.
Later, after we do the thing on the...
Let's do the thing here and return.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I'm gonna tell Cost that. Like, we're gonna do whatever we need to do here, and then head back to your
Big old bloody cow.
husband man.
And
Your bloody cow. Buddy pal.
You get the same reaction of just kind of the flickering lights, the 2-pointed hands, like nothing seems to change.
Cool.
Okay.
I think we broke it.
Yeah. I think
Should we just like put him back in the captain's quarters so nobody like
He
steals
can
him?
move. I don't think anyone's gonna steal Kosk. I don't think.
But what if they do?
Can you touch him?
I just kind of pat the air.
Yeah, you kind of
Wait,
you
can I try and like pick him up, like the kind of grab him at the first and try and lift?
if you try and do you try and pick them up?
Yeah.
You pick your arms like go around them, and you can make a strength check.
Oh, I have this plus strength. 17.
17. You grasp them, and your arms go straight through the air and come out the other side.
Do I like fall through him?
No, you don't fall through, but you're trying to pull them up, and your arms just kind of go through their torso and come out the other
Yeah, I
side.
don't.
I get. Yeah, I don't.
think it's scale.
Yeah, I don't. Like we're both.
Wait, hold up, grabbing a tiny flask. I'm gonna try to capture him.
You're gonna try and get some cost.
Get some Kosk smoke.
Wait,
So-
maybe you should do that.
So like
Too late.
the wispy shadow.
Parts of him that don't look like they're actually gonna be formed.
Yeah. So like cost form is like there's a bit more definition where you can see like maybe like clothes and like edges of skin, but they're like also they still have the kind of ethereal see-through nature along with instead of being simply like a cutout, they are like wispy shadow. So if you want to try and grab some of that, you can. That's gonna be a strength check to pass through the same wind. The same wind form.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm so strong that that's gonna be like really low. Yeah, it has 6.
At
Nice.
6, you managed to get, you just kind of you're kind of like being, every time you try and swoop in, you're getting like a high gust of wind pushing you in the
You
opposite
want me to
direction.
do that?
No, it's good.
Sure.
I mean, I could
could
have gotten
do it better
it
than you.
with them.
Can I try to grab some of the shit from the outside of him, so like not be hidden from you?
No, that
That's
is,
what I was going.
yeah, you were going, you said you were going to the shadow,
Yeah,
and
okay.
that's the most outer of the form.
Do you want me to try? Cool. Same thing.
Yep, strength check.
Okay.
Man, I should have used that. No, it's actually decent.
Yeah, they strength.
Enjoy my shaving juices.
Yeah, they are still barbaric.
Cool. Yeah, that's an 11.
11.
I still got higher, and I have a plus 0
Does that,
strength.
does that
Dude,
make-
that is enough to get something. So yeah, you kind of just strong arm push. You kind of feel the gust of wind stop you
There's
for a
like a
second.
moment where like I stop and like think of something annoying and I go.
Yeah, and you just kind of just skim off the top, and you get like of the normal sized vial, you get about like a fourth of it. It has just this kind of.
There's something.
It's just kind of, and you see like every. Do you sit and like look at it for a second?
A second.
Yeah. You would see like as sometimes it whisks off, you see like a star through it.
Eat it.
Tempt me.
Uh,
I could learn what Kosk is made of.
Kind of stuff. He's made of.
Kosk.
You just like implode, just like make a star. You turn into a black hole or something.
God.
So are we like heading towards the planet then?
The boat's
or-
not moving.
Oh, the boat's not moving.
yeah, no one's on the seat.
Are you driving the boat now?
They're standing here.
Well, no, but
Standing right in
no,
front
but
of
I meant that like since Shanty's not up.
I mean,
I
they-
just didn't
I
trust
was
you to
like-
get us from point A to point B. You can do it if you want now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Like I just barely kind
I
of.
trust you to move us in small. I didn't want you to accidentally, I don't know, warp us into a star.
And now Barley's like, oh. Okay.
yeah,
Barley heads down the stairs, kind of like as you see him go down, you see a little tail.
yeah.
I shoot.
It's whack.
Arcane turret, go! Flamethrower! You are made of fur, so that flamethrower just torches you. You just-
And
Alright, cool. I can
okay, so yeah, do you hop down to the helmsman? Yeah, you make your way down to the helmsman's quarters. You see the same thing, the kind of intricate chair. Shanty now in their bed, having a tough time, and then you just kind of see like rifled through bookshelves, and then
You didn't steal a book.
Yeah, there's like 3 books missing.
Yeah. It's just that you were looking
Clearly
through all of the bookshelves.
I
for
was.
things. So
Clearly disheveled.
there's some
Like
pages
you might
out
have put
there.
a book in the wrong spot.
It's just like none of it's
Oh,
the right way
100%.
anyway. It's
I 100% on
I
purpose
was
did not
awarded
put these
one of the
correctly.
books.
I
He
put them.
opens it and fires.
I put them in order of colors sideways.
Oh my god.
or you do that thing that like minimalists will do where like they turn all the books around so it's just like
Oh no, I do that but sideways.
oh okay that's perfect.
So it's
Yeah.
like spine.
No.
Like that.
No.
I'm
So you're
fine
seeing
with
the pages, and then they're going up.
So instead of like the spine of the book reading like whatever the book is, it's the other way around where the spine is facing into the bookshelf and they're all like flat instead of upwards.
That's
Yeah, no, I literally was like, I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna be
Beat
Alright.
All right. So we'll get to you attuning in a minute. So
The twins are making noises.
so what do you guys do on the deck?
Hey, I'm
Whatever you
Cry.
I'm gonna cry.
No. So I'm gonna do my morning ritual and I'm gonna pray. Now that we have a little moment of respite, I'm gonna go to like the very front of the ship and just start praying.
Yeah, up at the bow. That's it.
Yeah.
Like right next to, I believe that's I believe that's your Maddox cannon.
Yeah. For that, I forgot what it
And as usual, I'm nearby.
It's the spell cannon.
That's
It's
right.
the cannon.
I'm
that
going
shoots
to sit down
one
and while
rocks.
he's praying, I'm going to write more detailed notes.
More detailed notes.
I'm
About
gonna
these.
pray to gods,
All-
Please don't
all-
fuck up the rest of my day.
all of them.
Yep. Okay. Now we get to Barley. So you're in the room. You sit down. Have you ever used a helm before?
No.
Okay.
You explode. I laid a landmine in the chair.
There's like white fur covering the chair.
First off,
Man, everyone's
you walk into this room.
No?
You walk into this room. I would say make a investigation check at disadvantage.
I'm gonna say while I'm studying, it looks like the most
What did I
at
get,
peace they've
disadvantage?
ever looked
Disadvantage
in
what?
these 2 days.
Investigation.
7.
7. Okay. So, never having helmed a ship, especially a wild Dandy ship before.
It's like, I know how to navigation. I'm sure this probably wouldn't be that hard.
So you look around for a steering wheel.
You know what would be funny is if I look around for a steering wheel and I sit in the chair.
So you're looking around for what to do, and you're kind of looking through like the bookshelves and seeing if like any of those move. You check like Shanty's bed, seeing if like they're hiding like the steering wheel in there. You check.
Like I imagine Barley's like sits on the chair and tries to look underneath it or something.
You're having a hard time figuring out what to do. You notice that the chair is really cool, but you're like, how do you drive a chair?
Have you tried the chair?
There
Obviously,
are 2
like a
people
chair.
who apparently understand how this works that you could ask.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
there's somewhere
one of
else.
them's scary, I don't know the other one.
Well, the
Uh,
other
so-
one's not
The other one's
scary,
also
the other
wearing
one-
his skin now.
So now you think, having seen like captains of a pirate ship before, you get up and you stand on the chair
Stand on the chair.
and you face out backwards towards the window, kind of like over the back of the chair. And I'd say like this, like several minutes go by where like you guys up on the top,
You
like
guys are, like,
enough
so
time for you guys to finish your prayers and finish your notes.
Should we not check?
You are standing like on like the back of the chair, like fully like up here, and just trying to like drive that
Stand
way.
on
I'm
it.
gonna kill you.
Okay,
I will
so-
fall on you.
So after Barley does that, I imagine he like turns around and sits in the chair and starts thinking.
I'm gonna
So
say
you're gonna sit on the top of the chair.
No, I
You-
sit in the chair regularly.
you're I would say your form is Shanty is the smallest one here. You are, I believe, the second smallest, and so you have enough
No,
space.
I'm like
Third.
top.
You're tall, but you're not large.
Yeah, I'm not large like Eamon.
Yeah. So they're
Ben is just.
yeah. So you kind of like sit like this, kind of on your knees on the chair, and that's when you start to feel like the tinglies start to go up through yourself of like the attuning. And I would say make an Arcana check.
Cool.
That one you can't attune.
What's 17 plus 4?
17 plus
21.
21.
Not a bad. Yes, not a bad Arcana. So you realize, it's from
this
sitting
time
in the
it's-
chair.
I'm like, oh, okay. And
It
then
is
I
the
sit
chair.
directly in the chair.
Mhm. Yeah.
Alright.
You realize that is what it is, and you sit down in the chair. So like just as you guys get the thought, should we go check on them? Nah. You feel the ship like you see like all the fans like open up again and everything and you feel the sparkles go up through your body.
You know that Studio Ghibli where their hair kind of
like
that but with Barley's fur.
yes. Yeah, everything kind of
Like goosebumps. Like,
yes, stands up on end. And your eyes roll back into your head, and the last thing you hear is the helmsman door slamming shut, the big metal clang. And you open up your eyes, and you're like above the ship, kind of at like the edge of where the air bubble would be, looking down at the ship. You see them both on the deck along with Wispy Kosk, and you see just like taking up like most of your field of view past the ship is just the cloud, is the planet.
Alright. That's cool. We don't have a destination in mind. So I assume we're just gonna go through the laser things. The obvious.
So is that where you go?
I always think we just crash into the planet.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I mean, you can make a
No.
you can make a check to see which way would probably work best for this, but
I vote crashing into the big thing that they pointed at.
so you would hear that.
And I shout back, fuck no!
And you shout into the aether and no one reacts.
I know you just tried to talk to me, but I can't hear you, bitch.
I want to float down and stand in front of him like,
Yeah. You see, you stand right like right in front of them, and you get that thing of just like them looking like through, beyond like through you like a ghost.
I'll have you know that I fucking
Actually, what would likely be happening is
I'm arguing against
is because actually they probably wouldn't be looking through you. They'd probably be looking like above you, up to where they know that you start.
Can I try and do the thing that Shanty did and bust through, but like be like, stop looking up, I'm not up.
You can try. It's gonna be this is gonna be a nat 20 Arcana check.
Okay, like I have to get like a nat 20 on the dice.
You have to get a nat 20 on the dice because that's what Shanty did.
I have two.
All right.
That's one of them.
That is.
Wait, is it a
A
nat 20 or is it a DC 20?
It's a nat 20. It is literally not supposed to be possible at all.
Okay, cool. I thought it was
Again,
just Shanty just.
Shanty was just very persistent of wanting to talk through the boat.
I didn't want to try because I'm like, Shanty's the one who gets it.
Exactly. So like literally, it is unheard of for a helmsman to speak through the ship. Your water bottle dies. So yeah, you just kind of shout, and they're just kind of, again, they're still just Imen's just kind of still staring up at where you started. And so now you get the same kind of feeling of like thinking is where your astral body projects. Trying to actually move is what moves the ship.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that was interesting.
But so yeah, I'm just gonna try and steer the boat towards the thing that I hope has a port.
So you're gonna go try towards the
I will
station.
try to persuade them that the planet is smarter.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna also do the same thing.
So what do I have to do?
You guys can both make a persuasion check and then make 2 wisdom saving throws.
You're gonna need to be the 27.
Oh, I'm probably.
Well, we'll
not
do them
gonna-
in order. So Eamon does theirs first.
I literally don't think I can beat a 27.
Persuasion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll do Eamon's first and see
So I
if
should
Eamon.
roll 2 dice.
Sure.
11. Oh, I got a 20 and
11.
a 13. So 22 and a.
Wait,
definitely
nat
beat
20?
me.
You definitely
Nat
beat
20.
me.
Okay.
A nat 20, which is a 22, and a 13.
Nat 20s.
Nat 20's
Criticals is just you automatically succeed.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, nat 20s you win.
I'm like,
So which order did you roll them in?
At the same time.
I rolled at the same time.
Okay. I'm
I
gonna.
would say it would be really funny if it was the nat 20 first, and then because of that, like I got a
You
27,
did call
so
out the
it
nat
almost
20
hit
first,
it.
so I'll say so. It's nat 20 and then 20. Nat 20 beats their 11, and then 13.
Yeah, 13.
13 does not beat their 27. And so even what do you say to try?
That's 15.
Yeah, still not 27. So what do you try and do to convince them?
Crash into the planet.
No.
Do it now.
Okay, so you
No.
hear that, and again you shout to no response.
Stop trying to respond to me.
Actually, for how I ruled it for Shanty is that you would hear echoing up the stairs from the helmsman room is just kind of shouts, just incoherent
So I do it
shouts.
like they're trying to respond. But
You can hear that they're saying something, but you cannot make it out because they're shouting like just in the room on the chair. They're just shouting out loud.
No,
So what do you say to persuade them?
We're not going to technically crash into the ship because it's gaseous. Also, there's ship. We're not going to crash the ship because the planet itself is gaseous. Also, the planet
Like, all of it is
sentient,
gas?
so it's mostly gaseous. So we would be able to kind of figure out what's happening. Also, it seems to be kind of sentient. We might find more information about what we need to do on this planet. So therefore, we should go to the planet.
So
And I kinda
you hear
just like, fuck, I don't really like you that much, but that's a good idea.
I
Can
go
you just
into
hear
lawyer mode.
from underneath the deck?
Yeah, no, there's like a shift, and all of a sudden, it's just like
Like,
get-
the
you get-
ship pauses for a second in space. Like a definite. I'm thinking about this. Like it kept moving when you said it. But
Yeah.
It pauses.
Yeah, they had started moving towards the
As I say
station.
in my breath, like, I also want to taste the atmosphere.
But yeah, like I was pointing towards the thing. I was pointing to the thing. Pause.
It's about the atmosphere.
So, well, I mean, that the station is just rotating around the planet. So what you would simply do is just continue forward and not try and hit the station,
Yeah. Okay. So just pause.
and then keep.
And then
the
just
ship
go.
sighs.
Yeah, you hear like a groan from the ship. Like,
Yeah, that the whole. Well, I mean, you would hear a ground from the, like pausing like that quickly, and so and then you move forward. You're just getting this kind of just like series of jargon that sounds like they know what they're talking about enough that you just can't really stop and parse any of it out to say if they're correct or not. So you're just like you don't really want to argue and you can't
I
really
don't really like
argue.
them that much, but that's probably a good idea.
Sorry, my partner's texting me and being like, hey, these are the things that make me think about you, and I'm like, I can't. No, I'm not gonna cry.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, my love, I love you. You're not listening. I love you.
You should be listening.
Spelled it on
You
in real
should
life.
be listening. No.
Okay. So you turn and you head straight towards the planet, and you anyone that has a sight on cost, which I believe is everyone, can make a
I feel like
perception
I'd
check.
be standing next to them in the perception checks.
Per captain?
Cool, that's a 12.
12.
Per captain?
Mhm.
Wait, does that pass or fail?
It fails.
I got a 13.
Moment.
17.
I got a
Cool,
13.
so that's actually an 18.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Per
a 13.
captain is
Well, then I can
17.
just do
17.
that.
13.
13. Okay. It was a 15 check. So I think you're
I'm too focused on driving.
yeah, you're too focused on like figuring out how to like manage yourself through a you're trying to focus on how to manage yourself through a what are you doing?
I spilled the drink all over my face.
You suit yourself.
I rolled a 10 for drink.
Dude, lost in the sauce.
Do not
Oh my
forget
gosh.
that the sauce, you can get lost in the sauce.
The sauce will get lost in
Get
you.
lost in the sauce.
Okay. So you good?
Yeah.
So you're more focused on trying to figure out how to work your way
Okay, if I
through.
lean this way, boat goes that way. If I lean that way, boat goes that way. Okay.
Well, when you realize it's more the thought of moving it,
Like,
kind of
Harley
like
tries to do that, but it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I have to think it.
yeah. So
That
like
was funny is if the boat just leans into
yeah, I'd say
Go rabbit run.
you feel
Yes, rabbit.
like a little bit, but not enough.
you getting used to like moving through this. You're trying to think about like how to get like through a planet,
like
and
how
you feel the the weird thing about working through the attunement is that the ship really does become your body. And just like how you don't think to move your hand when you move your hand, you have to kind of just move the ship. It's thinking about moving moves your astral body. So when you think really hard about turning the ship by moving your arms, all you really do is move your arms.
Yeah.
You move your astral body around. So when you just like move, like it's hard to describe it in any other way. Can you guys ingest properly?
No.
Oh Lord.
Man, we're all built different today.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So as you're kind of getting used to that, you guys would. I don't know. It's just been there. You would kind of you guys on the ship would realize that like.
I'm jumping off.
You want to jump?
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm dead ass. So how far out does the space level go?
The space goes. The air and gravity field go out 300 feet from the farthest point on the ship.
I need to gather a lot of rope.
So
I'm gonna go around and gathering more rope.
go ahead.
I need 300.
So yeah, you move your way through this. So anyways, this was about a perception check originally. So you're busy trying to figure out how driving the boat works, and you guys notice while looking at Kosk that all of the kind of aimless wisps that were falling off of them before now seem to be like kind of magnetizing towards the plant. Like the wisps seem to be like pulling towards the field.
I told you, rabbit bitch.
And who got an 18 again? Did you get the 18?
I got the 18.
You would just be able to notice that some of them would also be pulling away from it. Just a couple would be pulling the opposite direction.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I have 7.
You got 17, not an 18.
No, but I literally tell
You can just tell them.
Yeah, no, I do. I say everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I will also.
You are perceptive. I am a menace, also equal amount perceptive.
So I'm finding the rope.
Can I find 300 feet of rope?
I'd say if you were to go to the cargo hold and spend some time there, you might be able. I would say roll a.
I have 50 feet of rope in one of my bags.
This is saying without them needing to go and steal other people's belongings.
I already have.
I know.
You can remove the rope from your inventory.
You don't have an inventory anymore. Sorry. It's all mine. It's in my stomach. So yeah, I'd say make a dexterity followed by an intelligence check.
A dex?
Yeah, dex then intelligence to be quick and then also get the right things.
So you're not like
Because you are on a time limit because they are not slowing down.
Okay, so 18 for the dex.
Cool.
Nat 20 for the intelligence.
All right. You get as much rope as you need. And you do it in a timely fashion. Like, you literally, as soon as you have the idea, you pop down to the cargo hold because that's where, like, Lim spends... Because that's where Lim spends most of their time.
Was it an Amazon or the empty?
it's
an hair.
It's Gus' hair.
Oh,
Awful.
you should drink it for power.
Are there M&Ms in there?
Let's say it's an old
Not yet.
Hey, then are there M&Ms in there?
Not anymore.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not making soup.
Because you're not making chalky milk.
Yeah, no, what? No.
Chalky water.
So, as soon as you have the idea, within 10 minutes, you popped up with as much rope as you can hold.
Cool. Someone's like, bundle.
You are bundles of rope, like, straight up, like, wrapped around barrels amount of rope.
doing it.
You have not.
Can I try and do the thing again and try and talk to them and be like, don't do that! Please?
I'm going to say make a perception check to even notice that they are doing something.
Okay.
And
I
then
hand one end to Lim.
25.
And I'm
25. You notice that they are definitely doing some shenaniganery.
I'm tying it around my waist.
From your times on being on boats, you definitely realize this is some crew shenaniganery.
I'm gonna be like, no,
I'm diving off.
Yeah. 1 second. I want to see if they have the chance to yell at them.
fine.
Perfect. Nothing. So-
I have one of my bottles.
So
ready.
I was focused on this. Recount what you're doing. So you guys both have an end of a rope.
Yes, I'm jumping out to get out to the into the aether. I want to get into the aether and scoop some in a bottle.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So are you still on the boat?
I'm still on the boat.
So you're the tow line? Exactly. Okay. So it is going to. So you want to go 300 feet out of the gravity bubble,
Yes.
and then
possibly die.
get some aether.
Yes.
Can I float out to where he is?
Okay.
Can I like float over towards where he is to make sure he doesn't like die or something?
You can move. The thing is that the gravity plane would move everything the same amount, and so it would shift Eman the same distance away. So no matter how you moved, anything within the bubble stays it doesn't move
I know,
regarding
but what I
momentum.
meant was my astral form. I just float over to him. And, like,
Oh yeah. You can anywhere within the gravity bubble you can move your astral
go
form.
over and like watch what he's doing and be like, oh, I hope he's like he dove off and I just like, oh, okay.
So the first thing this is going to be is diving off. You feel about once you get to the keel of the ship, you feel yourself fall and then get pulled back up, and then kind of like bounce around between until you settle about where the ship would be if it were to like literally be on land. So it's just like about a little less than halfway. So like the lower deck, it's about halfway between the rest of the ship.
Jump off a boat
Yes,
and land
in water. Yes, except it's very bouncy. And so you find yourself on that, and you want to try and swim out to that.
Yes.
You are going to try and swim through air.
Yes, I know.
So this is going to be a disadvantage athletics check, very hard.
Barley's just like,
Unless you have some way of propelling yourself forward other than literally swimming, then it's going to be a very hard disadvantaged athletics check.
Barley's
I
definitely.
am gonna grab out one of the rocks that I have and I'm gonna cast catapult on it.
Oh my god.
So catapult works.
It launches the object 90 feet,
Mhm.
but you can hold on to
You
it
can
just
hold-
the same as I can. Yes.
So you're propelling.
So okay. 90 feet. All right. That would definitely get you started moving. I'm gonna say that gets you moving at like.
Yeah. No,
If it moves 90 feet in a second, I'm gonna say with your weight on it, that's moving about 60 feet a second. Yeah, no problem.
Also, quick question, just out of
Yeah.
brain. So we took a nap. Do our spell slots recover?
Every time you sleep for more than an hour a day, you take a short rest, and then every 7th day you rest, you get a long rest.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if our spell slots hold that.
You took a long rest for those. Basically, how spell slots work is when you use your spell slots, they diminish. And whenever you take a long rest, you get all of your spell slots back.
Okay.
There are certain class feats, or class
Special
stuff that classes get that allow them to recover in different situations. So, for instance, Amen has a first level wizard, which means I get arcane recovery,
Mhm.
where during short rests I can recover some of my spells.
Exactly. So you have not taken a long rest. You have taken a short rest.
So your spell slots are still diminished.
Okay, because I only have 2 spell slots.
So yeah, I would keep that in mind. Only every 7th rest do you get a long rest.
So on our 7th session, I can cast spells again.
I mean, if you sleep for more often than that, then you can.
Actually, I'm gonna do something way different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do catapults.
Okay.
So I'm in an astral dimension. If I used like a special thing, a spell, and I just got out of that, what would happen?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
You can't. In your astral form, you are literally just viewing
Yeah,
a projection. It's a projection that is in real time, hyper realistic, and has sound, but is simply you are viewing a projection. So to cast spells, you would have to focus on. You would either have to be unattuned, or you'd have to extremely focus on yourself.
Okay, then never mind. I won't try. I can't even do it. It's like level 4.
Yeah, okay, what I'm gonna have do,
Mhm.
I got my little flame boy, and he's gonna propulsion. He's gonna like shoot flames and like send me.
Okay. Well, we did consider it's not a rocket booster. It is a
it's not.
flamethrower.
Yes, I know, but it would still produce.
It would produce momentum,
Yeah, it's not much.
but it probably wouldn't.
So it's just like
It's
it's a constant like.
yeah, it's a, but it's. All right.
I'm just looking at like these.
Yeah, you aren't entirely in zero gravity, and you aren't entirely you're not in the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
You're in air.
Yeah.
So it's pushing you along. You just don't have friction.
Yes.
So I would say this is moving you like about like 5 feet a second.
Works for me.
So you're just putting along. It's gonna take you.
I'm gonna like land, and you're gonna like touch the ground.
It's gonna take about 600 seconds, so about 10 minutes to get all the way out to the edge.
How long are we gonna be until we land?
It's. I mean, they're heading straight. You're still gunning straight towards the planet?
Yeah.
Like a couple minutes.
Okay, so then I'm also gonna try to actually swim.
I'm gonna try to swim. Do the double
Just like, oh.
disadvantage, high chance.
Okay.
Like you're kind of like.
Athletics?
Athletic.
Oh, I'm so athletic. Oh my god.
I imagine
I'm
you're kind
so
of like.
fucking athletic.
It'd be
Uh-huh.
funny if you realized you never took
Unnatural one.
Dirty one.
Dirty one, baby.
31.
I imagine you realize when you're getting close to the
You actually, you're
Come on.
you're.
Going backwards.
Oh,
I was gonna say, yeah, you're swimming actually with. It's not a natural one, so it doesn't counteract it. But with a dirty one, you are not going any faster.
So you're just kind of doing that. You're just flapping or something.
You're doing the world's worst breaststroke.
You are.
And Lem's up there going, like yelling the most hyper-specific shit, like, move your ankles!
I don't know what you're saying,
Let's move you're saying in the message, move your ankles. And
Get
you're
those
like, what does that
glutes.
mean?
That's
Get
it.
the deltoids.
I'm
Move your
like-
fingernails.
Yeah, no, it's like, okay, so you need to go up and not down, move your ankles, keep
Move
your
fast.
knees together, and you're
Move
like,
forward,
what
not
better.
backwards.
Move better.
And
Office.
it's like, I'm not
Don't be a
giving
dumbass.
you any actual good information. I'm just yelling at you in your head.
You know what?
So,
Man, fuck this noise.
okay,
I'm like, okay, you know, this will have to wait. I have the rope. I'm gonna climb back.
you're gonna climb back up. All right.
You're like, this
That was
isn't
really
working.
bad.
Yeah, I
So
know.
you climb. So you get back up the rope.
It's
Barley
water.
is also
There's no
following
friction
him.
down there.
Still following him.
Oh my-
in the astral
Can I
position.
try?
Sure. I'll...
Wait, can
So
I
you guys just get-
I'm gonna hand you Jim.
I want to try
Yes.
again and try to talk to him and be like, that didn't work. What are you guys doing?
You hear definitely. As soon as you get back on the ship, and Lim, you would have heard the whole time just the kind of rattling from inside the helmsman chamber.
Wow, something's mad.
You can roll the Arcana.
Can I try again?
Cool,
13.
nice.
Cool.
I like how
So you guys get up and you switch places, effectively. The other one being the
Dive back
anchor.
down and I'm gonna do.
You dive back down, and do you full on do
I
like
full on do like an
so
actual
you
swimming dive.
so you dive and you go past the point where Eamon went, and
I'm
you
doing like dolphin.
and you
tricks.
swim, and the thing is you dive and then you pull back up the opposite way and fly up like a dolphin backwards, and you fly upwards, and then so you, for about 20 feet out, you are kind of bouncing up and down with a lot more momentum than Eamon was, and you just gotta just move, and then eventually you settle
Yeah,
back down
I'm doing
onto the gravity
breaststroke.
plane. You do
I'm gonna do
breaststroke.
breaststroke.
That's a disadvantage athletics check.
Right now.
Cool. Alright, one more.
Can I have a cube?
No cubes.
Roll for
Let me. So that's a athletic.
You will.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice little voice then.
Where?
I don't
Where's
know
my
that.
D4?
Did you eat it?
I know.
Cool. Cool. So let's see. That is a 15.
At 15, you do not make it.
Flash of
No.
genius.
Okay, so that is a what?
Plus
23.
7.
Plus 7. Okay, you
22.
pass it. It was a 20 DC. It was a 20 DC. So you
say the same.
Yeah,
I
you-
said the same shit you said. You're like, okay.
and then you recognize your own advice. So now you can move you can move your normal swim speed, which is, I believe, isn't it half your
So I can do 15 feet.
yeah,
Your normal movement.
half your normal
Cool.
movement.
So I.
15 feet a second.
You also got my flamethrower.
I don't know how you. I think you use your form to just kind of make yourself a little more aerodynamic.
20 because my flamethrower.
Oh yeah, plus the 5
Okay,
minutes
so
second.
I already went 20, and then I'm going 20 per.
20 per second.
Which makes sense for breaststroke.
It does. And we are now. There is now a minute left.
Cool.
From the
Am I
time
going-
it took.
I'm not gonna make it. Am I?
Let's see. So 20 feet a second to get 280 feet.
Yeah, probably not.
That's 14 seconds. Am I correct at that? 208 divided by 20.
Yeah, so I could get that.
It's a lot better. You are literally going 4 times as fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my breath.
Yeah, you have.
Well, I gotta hold my breath before I get out of the bubble. I'm gonna repeat it.
You don't even need to. I mean, do you stick your head out of the bubble?
I mean,
I would tell you that you don't breathe.
Dude, I think you would know that it's an air bubble.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just swoop my head
Yeah,
out,
you can put your arm.
and then I'm gonna turn around and go
Waterboard yourself in space. And I'll
Cool.
So pulling back. I'll say that's 40 feet a second, and you get back there within half the time, 7 seconds.
Barely was
Yeah.
watching all
You're like this is.
Oh, what is it?
So we'll get to it. So that was 21 seconds. So that was near half a minute. So you guys still have about 30 seconds until you're within like what this place has as atmosphere. You are you're firmly within like the gravity bubble. You're just
So
like
I have a bottle of Aether now?
you have a bottle of Aether.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to go down to the engineer room.
Mhm.
And I'm going to fucking start analyzing this.
You start
fucking
analyzing it.
Wait, can you just say that you hear, what are you doing?
Shit. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I'm busy. I'm busy
Okay, I
doing
go for
science
something
and
that
Shanty's
disadvantage
not here
to
to stop
not
me.
hear Barley.
Shanty's not here to stop me. It's science time. I thought you full sent that.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah,
Every
Shanty's
time I
not
do
here to
it.
stop me.
Hmm.
It's empty.
This is.
You know what's not empty? You know what's not empty? My mouth.
Full of
Awful.
Full of dice.
Me when I'm full of dice.
Shoots him out like projectiles.
It's the freaking picture of that cat with the stomach. It's just full of dice.
Full of milk.
Full of words.
Full of malice.
That cat is 100%.
All right. So I'm gonna say within the 30 seconds, do you have enough time to? Do you go immediately down to start analyzing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say about the time that you make it down to the engineering workshop is when you start seeing like the cloud pass like through like around the air bubble, and like through it.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
So wait, I have a question. So we're
Yeah.
in like the gravity. Do I have to stay attuned so we don't fucking crash into the planet?
I mean,
Because
we
were
entered
orbiting
a
at one
orbit.
time.
are you trying to hold an orbit, or are you trying to land?
Well, I'm not trying to land. I'm just trying to get close enough that we can maybe see something.
We're trying to land.
Well,
We
you
just
told me you were just going
go.
directly straight into it.
I did roll a 27 to convince you to go
In-
on the planet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so
So-
I'm thinking that it's like mostly gas. So yeah, I'm just fucking going.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're as you go directly. So as you're going
Maybe
directly
like a
into
little
the,
tentatively, like.
you're going in. You're feeling the gravity pull. You kind of tilt the ship upwards, so you're kind of facing the bottom of the ship is facing the gravity instead of like nose first. And so like the gravity is aligning with the gravity plane and all that, and you're moving down, and you see
Good shit.
the clouds and gases are kind of piling up around the ship. But none of them are coming in past the airfield. None of them are coming in past the airfield. It's all staying on the outside of the bubble. And as you're going in, and so what is your goal? Where are you what are you looking for?
I don't know. I'm just kind of going and trying to figure out, is there a spot to land?
So
Like, I'm thinking...
You're just
this
go- just going
is
in.
most of the gas planet, so I think we're just going to go through, but I'm still being careful, because I don't know.
okay. So as you go closer and closer into the core, so we'll get closer to that.
You guys are going to crash. No,
We all fucking died.
So you begin your experiments, right?
Yeah.
So what are you testing for?
So I'm gonna get it into its little container.
Mhm.
It's airtight.
Yep.
And then so this is the aether. What happens when I get it in?
Like put it just into a container that's airtight?
Yeah.
You see, it is nearly indistinguishable from the vacuum, or air, except for a slight the best way I could put it is like a holographic hard tint that you kind of see at certain angles when the light hits it.
I will separate a very tiny amount,
Mhm.
minuscule amount, go over to a separate thing, and try to pressurize it.
To try to pressure
Condense it into a solid.
to condense it into a solid. Okay. That's gonna be So do you compress it via force or via chemicals, or do you try and use a spell to condense it?
I'm literally just kind of take all the air out and then compress what is left, the emptiness.
The empty, yes. So as you compress it into because you poured it into a vacuum that was bigger than itself, so it was kind of fluttering around. So in the same container, if you push down the top and compress it denser and denser, you see the aether. Those holographic swirls start to happen more frequently, and just in the same spot. It's just kind of the pinkish bluish kind of thing that you kind of get from light refracting, and you get it closer and closer. You're definitely feeling a lot of resistance if you're physically pushing it down, and at this point you can tell it is as dense as it wants to be. It's going to be a strength check to get it past that.
I could just put my hand on top of yours.
Break your hand.
Oh my god. Let me get that first.
Yeah.
You guys wait, is this impossible to explode? Because then you're breaking Shanty's rules. Don't explode
Well,
yourself!
yeah.
You're gonna yell at me, so.
Yeah. Also, we don't know if it's gonna explode.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna explode.
Yeah,
Can I roll to see if I think this is gonna explode? I keep going.
Yeah, you could roll this. That's just a simple intelligence.
Not 20.
You could make it explode. For what you're currently doing, no, but there are ways to make it explode.
Okay, but I know that I'm fine.
Right now, you're fine. Compressing it will not make it explode.
Lim, do it.
Cool. Strength check.
Go ahead.
Combining powers.
No.
Let's see.
wait,
Does
wait,
a
wait.
23 work?
At 23, yes, it does.
Cool. If it didn't, I was gonna have 24 to that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
as you condense it, you see it starts to similar to condensing steam. It starts to liquidate near the bottom of the, and you see this is very near clear fluid similar to how aether is when it's gaseous state. It's just a clear liquid with the refraction in it. Similar to best way I could put it was petrol. It looks kind of just that clear kind of oily, but with the pink kind of fluorescent in there. And as you keep pressing down, then suddenly all of it is liquid. Do you keep pressing past the liquid state?
What do you want?
Do I know if this is gonna end badly if we keep going?
It will not explode from compressing it. That's the nat 20 was.
Keep going.
Keep going. Another strength.
No, you did a 23. You're
I
good.
got a 23.
I just wanted to know if you wanted to keep it in liquid state or not.
Can I increase it to a 28?
Sure.
Cool.
You're just not gonna have a desk after this.
Yeah,
Straight
you're
through
gonna break the glass.
Oh, Alexa doesn't mind.
So as you push it down, it starts to become like sludge, and now there's less clear in it. It starts to just become blue pink, kind of just fluctuating like that. It's getting closer and closer into this vat as it's getting denser and denser. And as you're pressing it in kind of just this flat sense, you start to hear as it's pushing itself up against whatever you're pressing it down.
It's just
Because you're pushing it down, and it's just kind of little bits or whatever can escape through the edges is trying to, as it's just pushing down flatter and flatter. And then you feel just this dense kind of sludge state, it's not going any farther.
Perfect. That's just what I want.
Why are you rushed now?
I am rough. Anywho, I'm gonna grab the vial and like the compressed state. So like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't move at all when I. 'Cause it's, like,
You have it. It's like it's closest to the condensed like the state of wet sand, like not like in texture or anything else, but just kind of like it kind of moves if you shake it, but it's mostly just staying there, and it's kind of clumping.
And what the color?
The color looks like if you were to swirl pink and blue Play-Doh around. Like it looks like just kind of stagnant,
Okay.
but
Perfect. This is just what I wanted. It's a very small amount. I thought it was a small amount in the first place.
yeah, you took like a vial's worth. It is now like a tenth, if even, of what that vial is worth.
Okay, cool. So I still have a lot of the gas in the other section.
Correct.
Cool. I'll take this vial and I'm gonna like open it.
So you're gonna open the solid stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So you open the solid stuff. No immediate reaction.
Cool. I'm gonna.
You eat it.
Yeah.
And it's just again this in your mouth. It's very fizzy. Best ways you could put it is it's just you feel it's reacting to a lot of what's in your mouth, but nothing like aberrantly. It's not. It's not apparently any negative connotation. The components within it, you feel Aether is a single element. Aether is a.
It's the self. It's itself.
It's itself.
Aether is Aether.
Go. I'll swallow it.
You just swallow it.
And I will decompose it into my body.
So you don't exhale the smoke.
You turn purple and blue.
So do when you absorb the nutrients, does that still use the same acid vat in your body, or does it absorb it a different way?
I would probably say it because it's just like a heat
Okay. As you absorb the nutrients into your body, you feel immensely ill. Make a con save.
Wonderful. Is this a poison?
This is not poison,
Okay.
but it is not meant to be
A
here.
con save?
It's a con save.
Okay, wonderful. So,
Hey, what's happening with the ship?
The ship, it is still going down.
19.
19.
Thank you
I
for not
rolled
marking
a
on me.
12.
19. Okay, so you feel like
Uncomfortable.
the best way I could put it is that every single you would have vessels, like blood vessels of some kind, but not for blood.
It's like my
You would feel your essence vessels. You'd feel all of them start to feel like bubbly.
I've carbonated my blood. Whoa.
Yes, that's the best way you can put it, is that your whole body right now starts to feel carbonated in a way you can't, like that feeling you get right before you're about to burp from soda, but you cannot burp. It's your entire body. Your body is just feeling like way too puffy. You can see that like some of your skin is starting to bulge in the places where a lot of major vessels are. And you can feel that just all of it feels like it shouldn't be happening. You are nothing more adverse is happening, but that is the state you are in.
How does it feel when I move? Just like
When you move, you feel like kind of like when you put on a glove and it still has the air pockets in it. When you move any part of your body that has skin on it, you feel like the air moving around inside it, but it's not air.
So you can make like a bubble.
So you feel
body horror. I'm like,
Just unzip your meat suit and let it out.
I don't. That's not the issue. It's a little more in
little more in there.
But like it's like this is
Yeah.
yeah.
Again, there's no outwardly there's no like ailment. It's just that you feel it. It's permeating yourself. It does not feel good.
Can I come like float in and check in on them?
Yeah, you can check on them whenever you want, and you would see that.
Well, time to get back to science.
Mhm.
And I will just try and like fully like I'm gonna try to make this submit. Like this is my body. Fuck off.
You're gonna try and like just
I'm gonna steal myself.
you're gonna steal yourself. Are you just like flexing?
I'm literally just like submit to me, Bubbles.
Can Barley ask what he's doing?
You can with the arc if you make it at 20.
Fuck. No.
You hear a shout from the room.
It's
It's again, you're like next door to each other.
No, it's more of you just hear down the hall. What are you doing?
You just hear it through the wall, the metal wall.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, shut up.
We're focusing on carbonating myself.
So to steal yourself,
Yes.
this is going to be.
No.
So what is the end result here? What do you want to happen? Do you want it to go away?
No, I want to just like
Win.
because I've eaten this, and like that's the thing about pressure is this is not going. It's in my blood.
Mhm.
This isn't going to just go away. But I'm just trying to like. I'm gonna try to condense it into like my core.
Into your core.
Yeah, I'm gonna like infuse it into my.
Okay,
core,
that's gonna be
fucking submit.
This is gonna be a. Don't throw your phone.
You know, I'll think about it.
This is gonna be a complex. This is gonna be an intent. What am I saying?
Words.
This is going to be a hard save, but you will do it at advantage. It's a con check
Okay.
with advantage.
check.
A check. It's not a save. It's a check with advantage, but it's a hard one.
Oh, it's a hard one, you say? Well, that's funny. Dirty 20.
There you are. So you try. So you're trying to like you feel it like as it like disperses throughout yourself, and you realize what's happening,
Yeah.
and it's like emanating through you, and it's just all of it is wrong. You kind of just try and consolidate it the same way you do when you rest and regrow your body parts. You just
Yeah.
try and like focus on yourself, focus on your core, and pull everything back to that. And you feel like all of the aberrant, just kind of just evasive like noise, effectively, of the bubbles just kind of moving wherever they want to. You feel that kind of halt for a second, and then all of that, you feel it just kind of moving through you in a way that could only be described as bugs under your skin, as it just all moves under and through you, and just all up from your toes, down from your head, all of it just into your core. And you feel, hold on, let me get the table out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do you want to explode?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for asking kindly, sir.
Barley is still watching this in a special form. Like, what am I doing?
Don't worry, when I explode, I'm aiming towards you.
Luna's occasionally like flipping through like one of their many law books that they just have on them.
Is what I meant doing a war crime.
Yeah, so they're just kind of like, okay, so personal body experimentation. Let me just pull up this law.
I want Barley to just
Would
like,
this be legal for body experimentation on yourself?
No, it's not illegal.
This is
Good.
legal.
so
If it
Barley,
was illegal.
I think you would still do it, yeah.
just a random thing, Barley's just gonna wave their arms through the middle, like,
Okay, I'm gonna let you
very
choose
quietly,
since
like, you can't hear it.
you got a nat 20 on that check, correct? Or a dirty 20. Dirty point. That's still good. I will let you choose.
I will decompose this existence. It is mine.
I will let you choose.
That's not a good idea.
I will let you choose. Do you want to see or do you want to hurt?
Do I want to what?
Do you want to see or do you want to hurt?
Can I get an explanation of what you mean by
No.
Do I want to see or do I want to hurt? What the? Those are two very different.
Either you're gonna get
They
rid of
are.
her, or you're gonna go blind.
It's like
I would say probably C. to see what
hurt. I'll hurt.
You want to hurt?
Sure.
Okay. So let's
Let's see.
read this out.
I'm gonna make this
Okay, each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage. You regain hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt.
Oh, so people get hurt.
Yes.
Me.
Take pain, everyone.
Yeah, hurt is a verb. I didn't say you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get hurt, right?
Let me check the map.
Are you within 30 feet?
Oh, no, who's maybe?
I
If
am.
not,
I'm
we'll
within
walk
like
towards
10 feet.
So you guys are there. 5, 10.
I feel like holes in
You are actually 15 feet from them diagonally.
No! You get hurt.
Yeah, it's a very.
Does the boat get hurt?
Oh yeah, that should be one of the kind of things.
Oh,
Like, roll
Alexa
to
gets
scream.
hurt.
Oh, Electa gets hurt.
Oh, Electa definitely gets hurt.
But
five.
somebody's alive.
But I am the boat right now.
No.
Wait, where's
Suki gets hurt. Electa gets hurt.
Does the crew get
Shanty gets hurt. No, the crew is actually. Actually, wait. Is that?
Oh my god!
I
Oh, yeah.
got a lot of help.
You
So
get.
how long is the boat? And then we'll find out.
Well, the thing is, I'll show you right now. So you guys are here. Shanty's there. Each of these squares is 5 feet.
Oh my god.
So you guys are in there. Let's say at the center. Electa's in here. Suki's across in the kitchen. That's where Barley is, and the rest of the crew is in there, except for Kosk, which is on the deck. You heard everyone on the deck except for Kosk.
I heard everyone on the boat.
Everyone on the boat except for Kosk.
Why? Now we're gonna have to tell everyone that, hey, take like 10 d4 damage.
Also, I'll let you know what the other ability was. Is you get to see any creature within your range that is invisible.
So you would see me.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
You're in the.
You're in a different plane.
God damn
You're
it.
not even in plane of existence.
Yeah, for the next minute, you can see any invisible creature you have line of sight to.
Oh my god. Why are there where are the
You should have
people?
picked the scene and then
No, okay, wait, so what's damage?
1d10 for every
Like
person
any
takes
creature?
1d10.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Roll that d10.
So that
Do I
is
roll
that
the
is
D10?
that is 8. I'll let you roll it. That's
I rolled the damage.
that is
Do I get to add that plus anything?
no, it's just 1d10 5.
So
7.
So 8 crew, Electa,
Suki.
Suki, Barley,
Shanty.
and
Shanty, and Lynn.
Can Barley
Cool.
just, like,
I'm fine.
So 8 plus 5, 13 times 7,
I'm at 89.
89.
So-
13 times. Oh, okay. For
13. Everyone on the boat except for Shanty is 13 times 7.
what is that?
Let's see.
7.
That's-
91
91. I get 91 what?
health hit points.
Oh,
But-
I think I'm full.
Yeah.
So I just.
You just
I feel fine. Actually, no, I'm not full of health. I don't think I took the loss.
Oh,
I think it's because you
class.
fell.
I think it was either because you fell or you ate class.
I have
Yeah.
a question. So, like,
Either way, I'm fucking
does the
full.
necrotic thing hurt boat more, and how much would that, like,
The boat doesn't care.
but, like, how much would that hurt to me? Like,
It would hurt you 7 hit points because your body is
I just
hit.
felt like,
Wait, what are you at right now?
I'm at, 48.
I'm at 86.
I'm-
82.
all of the crew are having a great time. I'll just make sure to put down in the notes that everyone needs to take 7 points of damage when they get back.
I'm just imagining that Lynn's just kind of like, food. Weird.
Well, I feel a little better now.
Yeah, you feel good. There's no bubbles in your system, and you condensed it, and you basically, I'm going to say what that was, is you condensing it into your core, you condensed too hard, and you condensed the life force of everyone else around you. And you take, and doing necrotic damage. And
What do you know that he took mine?
I
Because we're so intense.
think you would know that you just took a lot. You got, how much is your max?
82.
82. So you would have realized you would have felt entirely full of health, and that you just pulled that in from nowhere. You would have seen Lim react to it. You would have probably heard Barley scream.
Yeah, I want to do the arcade thing.
And then everyone else that's just unconscious would just be screaming more.
So, like, can I do the arcade
I'm a
thing?
monster.
To try and to talk.
Yeah, but it's gonna be
You're
like,
saying that- Ow!
I just condensed everyone's life.
Wait, how did you do that?
I don't know. I condensed the bubbles in my existence, and then I condensed everyone's life force.
I need to learn how to do that right now.
Okay. I'm gonna
very loud ow from Barley.
wait. Yeah,
I got
no. Oh gosh.
Go. You did that on accident. I would have done that on purpose.
Okay, I just sort
So
of.
are you done with your
Well,
science?
just ensuring
No.
that you're not a monster by
No.
being, I'm worse than you.
By the way, Barley, this whole time you have been you've been finding it easier and easier to move towards the sun.
So, how did it feel with all the soul?
all the soul entered you. You felt any part of your body that is in any way mechanical felt overdriven for a second. Or just any part of you just felt like it was at max power. Like so you just felt like you just it's like jacking a robot into a power grid. Like they or a nuclear reactor. Like they just got like everything for a second and you had nowhere to put that. So you just kind of exploded out into the nothingness. But
I just realized something very cursed and I don't want to think about it anymore.
Let's hear it.
cool. So what more science do you conduct?
So obviously next thing I need to do is I need to like weaponize this. More so than stealing the life force from all that are around me.
True.
Put it inside of me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Mhm.
we wouldn't want that.
I'm going to do a horrible thing right now.
Cool,
So
cool.
I'm going to I'm gonna
Are we like this land?
Mm-mm. You've been just getting faster and faster.
yeah, I'm just gonna start mixing shit like any good alchemist.
Go ahead.
Open or close?
So you ate the solid amount. You still have the rest of the vial's worth of
Obviously, I need to like.
Can I figure out how to forge Alokta's handwriting?
Oh my god!
you do.
I have.
Do you have any written things from them?
Forms of electricity.
That's what I'm asking. Would I be able to?
Rummage around and find a
Can I rummage
signature.
around and find?
They haven't told me they've written anything specifically, and they also said that they didn't come with much specifically because they were trying to like get away from a lot. So I think you would have to have them conscious to be able to
Alright,
get to
cool. Can I go up to Suki see if I can figure out how? I want to forge someone's signature.
You want to forge someone's signature? Suki also didn't bring much with them. I'll just tell you right now. Shanty brought literally only their gun. Kosk.
Can I go into the captain's quarters and see if I can find something to forge their signature? Can I find the?
That's a lot. That'd probably be a lot easier.
Can I find the contract?
You can definitely do an investigation check.
1 moment. Does a 14 help? Does a 14 let me find the contract?
You would not be able to find the contract, but you would be able to find something.
Would a 17 let me find the contract?
You would not be able to find the contract, but you would be able to find something better.
What would I find?
You would find a letter.
Cool.
Read the
I'm
letters.
gonna read this
Read it
letter.
out loud.
I'm gonna bring this into the engineering room and be like, hey, I found a letter.
Yeah, you'll come. You'll come back just after a few more experiments,
Okay.
because it'll take you some time to rummage
Yeah.
through that.
So I'm gonna read the letter.
Can Barlow try and read the letter over their shoulder or something?
Which one follows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why would you follow the scare?
that would be that'd be a perception check to notice that they're rummaging through something
So-
and not focus on the science
I'm
anymore.
obviously
28.
Yeah.
Okay, you notice.
I'm
Yeah.
obviously gonna do the smartest thing I can do. Ask the DM.
Mhm.
DM, can I roll to see if mixing alchemist's fire with the aether will kill us all?
I will
Or I
say.
use the dirty 20.
I'm gonna say since it wasn't a natural 20, it doesn't come
Carry
over. It doesn't carry over. But
Dirty 20.
okay, it carries over apparently.
Yeah, dumbass.
Fuck me, I guess.
It's sour?
Oh god, no, that's
Not
not
all of it, though. 'cause I won't tell.
This is so cursed.
Holy.
Yeah, it's
I'm
sour.
in love.
Okay.
My mouth is on fire.
Well, don't do that. Or do that. Hold on a minute. Hold on. So you got a dirty 20. Christ, stop.
They're dying.
It turned into lemonade!
Yes, it's powdered lemonade. What do you think drinking it with water is going to
Are you
do?
happy?
I still hurt.
You did that thing. You literally did the meme of like pouring like milk and then cereal into your mouth and then chewing together. It made the same thing. Yes. I season my mouth and then put a steak in and then light myself on fire.
Oh my god, it's a good steak.
Yes. Anyways. So with the Nat 20, mixing Aether with Alchemist's Fire in its current state will not do anything.
Anything?
It will not. Oh, sorry. It should not. It will not explode. Okay.
That was bad.
Don't do that.
I drink
Don't.
coffee water.
I'll say that I'm doing the same thing I did last time where I mix it so it's smaller amounts. I'm not using.
Yeah. Yes. I imagine if you're doing multiple experiments.
Yes.
And do you do this in an air container or an airtight?
Airtight.
Airtight. Okay.
Airtight at first so that the fire doesn't immediately burn.
Okay. So the alchemist fire so you just kind of pour them into the same airtight
I
container.
plug them in. And then
Got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
So the Aether you find gets into the container first and starts to kind of you see the kind of swirly thing again with such a little amount.
Is Aether heavy or light?
You see that it is actually very volatile. It's moving in. Yeah. It's moving up and down and around the chamber.
It swirls.
It swirls and it kind of moves around.
I put that in my body.
And then as the kind of drip of sticky liquid from the alchemist fire comes in and it's just kind of like pooling near the bottom, you see just like as it touches it, you see like the alchemist fire will like for like a split second change color and just like wherever it like kind of wisps through, you'll see like as the little pink swirl wrote that down. You see just kind of will just like almost kind of like if you were to like put a colored light over a different color, like just like the colors kind of mix, and so the pink when it passes through, but each time it's a different color. So like it'll pop like this. You'll see a little bit of blue over there, a little purple over there, a little yellow.
Orange, brown.
Yeah, you
And
just
then, obviously, I'm going to introduce a bit of air.
a little bit of air. So you see the alchemist fire just burst into flame as given the air. So you see as it bursts into air, and it reacts to air and it bursts into flame. The fire just kind of what it normally does and just kind of poofs up. It poofs up and
No.
That's the sound it makes.
yeah. And you see, like, the smoke of it is not mixing with the Aether, along with the air. So you can kind of see, like, there's air pockets, Aether pockets, and smoke just kind of mixing around.
So very much.
And you see the smoke actually starts to, as it kind of turns to, like, soot near the bottom of it, it's kind of having that same effect of, like, it'll change color briefly when the Aether passes over it.
So nothing cool that you could weaponize.
Not yet.
I'm getting creative. Shake it. Give it a little shaky shake.
Obviously, frost.
Mm-hmm. Do you do it into the same container or a different container?
Doing that.
Different container, got it.
Good. So you don't make
Airtight first. A very similar thing. Agreed.
Yeah. We would.
Aether gets there first, begins to swirl around. The Alchemist Frost drips in. Alchemist Frost isn't sticky, it's more of a liquid, right? So it just kind of pools again around the bottom a little faster. And this time it is changing, it's changing colors, and you can kind of see, you can kind of see it's like opposite but inverse. So like similar things are happening here and there, but it's mostly the same effect. Introduce air. It pops out into crystals and fills like bottom half of the container. And you see that the Aether swirls around it, and as it's refracted through the crystals, you get like different shining light from whatever light's in the room refracting through both the Aether and the crystals. And any Aether still left is still kind of swirling around, but you see it's just very bright, very shiny, and a lot of just reflecting happening. Different colors, kind of like prismatic.
Okay, cool. Next thing I'm going to do a separate container and introduce the crystallized gas that I created last time.
The gas or the crystals?
Well, so you know how last time I mixed Alchemist Fire and Frost?
Yeah. We got the purple gas.
Yes, I'm gonna mix the gas into
The gas. Okay, that's because you also the thing is you
I
also
scraped the crystal.
you also got the crystals and the gas. So I just wanted to
I'll
make
do
sure.
the gas.
So you mix this gas, no air, of course, and so you see the aether still gets there first, and the gas kind of again like hovers near around, just kind of ambiently. It's not doesn't really have a thing. You can see the aether is kind of pushing it around, and you can kind of see the negative of where the aether like pushes through the gas. So there's more aether there than you can see with the reflection. Is basically what you're getting there with the aether. Like a plume of smoke will get pushed out of the way by the aether's like ambient movement, but more will move than you would think based on how much you can see with the holographic reflection.
Okay.
And they do not seem to be mixing. They're just kind of swirling around.
I would like to force them to mix.
How so?
Compressing.
Compressing them.
Would I be able to know if this will end horribly?
This will not explode.
That's your only answer to everything now.
It's a good answer. I will compress it.
You see as the purple gas does not seem to do anything while compressing, but the aether seems to go through the same transition as like getting more and more dense with the colors and then eventually becoming the clearish liquid. Once interacting with the clearish liquid though, the purple gas seems to kind of infuse and just kind of mix in with the gas, kind of absorbed by it. And so so it's like the purple gas is now kind of so it's like a purple liquid that's flickering with the holographic things.
Condense further.
This is going to be the strength check.
You do not have
Do you want to try it yourself? Or?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because Lim's gone. I could say you can get back by now.
Well, I would need to know what the letters.
Were you going to read it by yourself first, or did you want to read it to Eman
Oh
first?
no, I was going to read it with men.
Exactly. So you can come back in the room now.
Cool.
Are you going to read it out?
Are you going to read? Okay.
Are you going to read the letter out loud?
13.
Peyton, are you going to read the letter out loud, Rita?
No.
I mean, you're looking over their shoulder, right?
Yeah.
And besides, I'm gonna read it.
Okay. That's a 14.
A 14. A 14. I forgot. What did I let you pass on the first time?
I have a 23.
23. Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, it does not.
One moment. I have.
You have
Magical guidance.
magical guidance.
I can conjure success from a failure. If I make a check that fails, I can reroll the d20.
Go ahead. But you have to keep the d4s, I believe, right?
Yes.
It says reroll the d20. It does not say reroll the d4s.
d20. The thing about the d4s is it says anytime I make a check, I can use them.
You are making the same check.
Yes, that is
So,
correct.
the
So,
D4s,
cool. I have no ideas. Cool, that is a 26!
Okay.
This is why
So,
Tell me what happens, Lord boy.
I'm gonna just imagine that I was like, okay, this isn't working. And then it just looks at him and is like, how badly do you want this?
you had not introduced this to the error, correct?
No, it's not interesting yet.
Okay.
No.
So you get
I'm afraid of what will happen.
you have a thick purple sludge, with like strands of pink and blue kind of through it.
Perfect.
Bisexual.
Dude, it's you. Although your pan.
Yeah, I'm going to
You
keep
as
it
an
airtight.
Keep it airtight
Keep it airtight.
and separate it.
Don't eat.
So now you have it's like at the 10th of the bottle,
Yeah.
but it's purple, pink. It's a purple mass with pink and blue like strands kind of frozen in it, so,
Okay.
like unicorn hair.
No, but I have a letter from Cos.
Woo. Where'd you get that?
Like a few minutes ago.
Did you steal?
I want to forge someone. I want to be able to forge someone.
I want to forge someone.
I've been forged.
Yeah, I chose
Okay.
to forge.
Humans are expensive to make. If you're trying to forge a human, you're gonna need a lot of shit.
Why would I forge one when I can kill one?
That's like the
I mean, you probably
talking to
have
Slim.
You probably,
Anyways,
probably have enough
okay.
pieces to forge.
But I was looking for like something. They obviously had to like have a contract here, and I was wanting to originally forge their signature, but because I couldn't find any freaking contract, I found a letter. Maybe.
I just hope this is like
You
a
wanna read it with me?
love letter or something.
Oh, so do
You want to read this with me?
I'm gonna also say, Barley, you're very focused on the letter. You're interested,
Yeah.
but you start to hurt.
Ow. I'd like.
You start to like feel. You start to feel pain.
Like I
Cool.
out of like.
Oh yeah, you're not watching our descent into the planet.
You hear from down the hall. Uh-oh!
And you feel
It'll be fine. We need to read this.
Leader of this letter.
get to the letter. You-
The letter's clearly more important.
Of course.
Than us crashing into a planet.
You feel there. You look around. It looks very much the same still. There seems to be more lightning though.
Oh God! I'm getting electrocuted.
None of it is hitting the ship yet. But you start to feel you're feeling hurt, like this is just a little bit too heavy of a weighted blanket, and you're feeling every part of your body just a little compressed. Like it's like it's kind of you kind of feel like where joints would pinch and stuff like that. You just kind of feel it. Just everything is starting to like tense, and it does not feel good. The cracking of the lightning is snapping by, just kind of in your perception when you're.
Uh-oh, time to die.
Peace out.
But you are moving faster and faster. So
Ow.
They're still accelerating?
yeah, they hadn't stopped.
You're still accelerating us?
I'm like kind of like
They
stop.
How fast are we going?
Well, they hadn't stopped moving, and
We're in a gravity well.
well, it's a gravity well that just keeps going. So they start to feel. I'd say they're going. So it was originally the ship speed, and then probably. I'm gonna say 3 times your ship's speed.
That's not fucking good.
Let's
So
check.
yeah, you guys are definitely hearing like an ow. Stop.
We're going fast.
7,500 feet per
So
second.
yeah, you guys hear
Per second.
from the hall.
So for instance, if I like went out of the like energy field, like
The
attached
bubble?
to a rope, how bad would that?
You
You
just
would be
get-
gone.
Yeah.
You would literally be
you go
eviscerated.
out of the bubble and you disappear.
Well, the thing is
Get ground.
Well,
you shear.
yeah, as you would push through the field, your body would just slice off into pieces and
Oh my
disappear.
fucking God.
Like if you went out really quickly, you just rope, shoot, gone.
The only reason you are all still attacked is the gravity field.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. This letter.
Jesus.
So the
Okay, but that's
the
not
letter.
important.
So you will see
Yeah.
see on the front of it. You would see a stamp. You would have interacted. I mean, you're wearing a royal's clothes, so you would have interacted with royalties.
Yeah. I was very well versed in the political system at least 50 to 100 years ago.
Okay.
And I would say that I was.
I think you.
I would definitely stay up to date with political stuff because I am.
Okay.
And I'm a slave.
But how? So you wouldn't have you would have known about these people, but would you have interacted with them? That's my
So
question.
that you know, would I have had any interactions before?
Before, I do not
I
believe
did graduate law school. with
this.
honors.
What I'm trying to say is there is a seal on this letter. I'm trying to see if either of you would have recognized it. I'm gonna see it would be a very hard history check because you guys probably wouldn't have received very many letters with us recognizing this.
Cool, that is 7.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also a reason why I wrote this part.
No,
There's
that's
like
true.
her saying.
Wouldn't remember and wouldn't.
17.
17.
Wow.
I would say that's really good, but that's just again from your status and you haven't really interacted with these people. You would know this is a royal stamp.
Would an additional 7?
A 24. You would probably be able to guess the family. That is it.
Okay, yeah, I'll flash it.
7. Flash of
Yeah.
genius. 24. This is from the righteous and honorable empire of Her Majesty.
Oh.
Not
directly.
her directly, but
Oh.
her, but like
But that would
her.
have been a cool if they were lovers. Imagine it.
And it is direct. This is you would actually, like, would you have checked who it was addressed to,
Yeah.
like on the front?
Yeah.
Okay, it would have been addressed to Kosk. This is a seal. This is a sent letter.
Okay.
Okay, so do you do?
You guys are gonna read the letter? Can you say
We're still
the
debating.
This is happening while you're realizing you're in pain. So these are concurrent.
So I have the letter, I'm gonna go over to my drawer, use the password, and put the letter away.
You're gonna hide it. Okay, not gonna crack it open. Got it.
And you're not there to see it because you're too busy.
Well, I mean, even if they would have, I mean, there's nothing to see, and also if they would have seen, yes, they are currently in pain.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, cursing from down the hall.
letter.
Fuck.
You guys would have seen there's a window in this room. You would have seen the gas rushing past outside, so you would
Would
you
they
would
have
know.
seen like electricity?
Yeah, occasionally, but you're moving. You have a wide enough perspective in the astral plane to notice it. There's just a lot from their window. They can't really see anything specific. They can kind of just see things are moving really fast.
So that's the thing, though, is I could reach my hand out of the field, it would be gone, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Well, it's for your whole body.
Well, yeah, but I can just like poke my finger out.
Yeah,
No.
it would be like putting your finger into the fastest like not paper shredder. What are they called?
Treadmill?
Nope. Well, close. It's a
Like
machining
an
tool.
angle grinder, like a belt sander.
Belt sander. Yes, it would be putting it into the fastest diamond bit belt sander.
Jesus, I was gonna say like an
It just
angle grinder.
it would just gone. Good thing it's 300 feet away from you.
So, cool.
So you're trying to stop, correct?
Yeah. Or like-
So you're pushing as hard as you can in the
Yeah.
opposite direction.
Yeah, just like
You are now moving at 5,000 feet per second.
Oh, it's great now. If we collide with the planet, we'll only be kind of dead.
So
We'll only be kind of a couple.
So yes, you have a maximum speed of 2,500, and you are moving at 7,500. So you can counteract a good third of that.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep kind of like
And you are feeling, and again, also you have the increasing sense of you're not taking any damage, but you are feeling all of the ship compress on all of your body, therefore.
We are. How fast is
Jamming speed
It's way fast. Obviously.
it's way fast.
Yeah.
I believe. God, I'd have to look it up.
Oh my god, we'd be that's the thing. We would if jamming speed was only 3,000, we would not have any time.
There would be no time.
Because we would immediately just be through the planet.
yeah.
If you're
Bro,
going,
let's jam the other way. Bro, let's jam.
let's jam the other direction.
We've been jammed.
We've been jammed.
And just like splat.
Only one man would dare give me raspberry.
Question load.
When moving at jamming speed, the wild jammer always moves in a straight line and always at a speed of over 4 million miles per hour.
What the
Yeah,
Hey,
you know.
jam the other way.
No.
I feel like we're going so fast that we jam the other way.
Oh, sorry. I should add. A wild jammer can't accelerate to jamming speed while in the gravity field of another mega scale object or mega creature, which
So
includes
I
the planet.
can't jam.
You cannot jam.
No. No jam?
No
So
jam.
it's literally just.
No jam.
It's literally just like the. You're still in the.
You're within a gravity field.
Yeah, you can't pulse.
No pulse.
Because
So
you
I
might
can't
fuck up.
engage my
You
pulse
might fuck up
and
the
to it,
planet.
take it out of the. Okay.
You might fuck up the planet.
I'm just thinking of fucking.
Yeah. No. It's a good analogy.
It's like No Man's Sky, but instead of like when you hit the gravity ball, you immediately stop. It's just you keep fucking. You just skim off the and die. Which I think would have
So
been
is-
great then.
Is my stopping doing anything?
You are moving at 5,000 feet per second instead of 75,000
Hey,
feet
just
per
slow
second.
this down.
You are slowing down. You are. I would say it is because you are accelerating due to gravity, and you are counteracting that speed as much as you can right now.
I feel like these two would just hear shouts from where they're like, stop! Stop! Please stop! And
And it has, I'm going to say, you have been descending at increasing speeds. You started at 2,500, but we're slowly increasing up to the current 3 times your normal speed. That has taken, from then to now, has been 10 minutes.
Cool, so I would have just reached the edge and died. If I would have kept swimming.
So yeah, it has been 10 minutes since you have entered, like, the start of the clouds, and like the gravity field has started to affect you to when you are now, and so you've been going for 10 minutes, constantly accelerating.
nice. How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Okay, I'm gonna. Obviously, now I need to eat this thing that I've created, obviously.
Mhm.
So, of course, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'm gonna. I think I wanna die. Okay, I'm gonna.
Port on Electa.
Alexa, bonds up.
Okay,
No,
you want to do that.
No.
I would.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with the dichotomy of us is Amen is a decent person.
Is it mixed?
I'm not.
Did it?
Yeah.
The purple was within the liquid aether.
Like this.
So you
Like that.
pop it in your mouth, and you do breathe correctly.
I don't have to, no.
You don't have to breathe.
So I won't.
So you would have kept the air out of your lungs.
Yes.
Okay.
There's
No, Eric,
If that is what you were asking me, then yes.
So you would have had the forethought to remember that it.
Air.
So I'm just checking. You would have had the forethought to remember it reacts. It would probably react to air.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Just check.
I could permanently remove the ability for air.
No more air.
Do it. Do it. We gotta have a controlled environment to do it.
How big?
Yep, I passed last breath. How still with
How big?
So-
for up to 10 minutes.
So
Did you
Cool.
hear that?
How big?
No, did you hear
I'm not going to repeat it.
that?
so with
yeah,
water in your lungs, it'll be a little harder.
Yeah.
You will. So you pop it in your mouth, and there is no reaction if there is no air, and you just get the same reaction and diagnostics that you did of the 2 separate materials. No, the compound that has been formed is exclusively this. Like there's no minuscule reactions besides that. You have the purple gas, which is alchemist flame and alchemist frost and aether.
Cool. I'm gonna.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna.
Oh, you spit it out?
No. It's just like a. I got water in my lungs.
You do have water in your lungs. I mean, you can expel it.
Yeah.
There is, but
Oh,
I
you
gotta,
should do
I
it.
gotta
You should
get
do
set
it.
up. Should I get set up?
Wait, I think Eamon should do a roll to not cough.
No,
No,
This
I don't have
has
to breathe.
happened.
They don't have to. They don't have
I don't
breathing.
breathe.
Yeah.
I can choose to breathe.
I know, but I thought it would be funny to just. Oh no!
Well, yeah. So,
Make sure you
oh,
get set up to reach out.
I'm gonna try to decompose the water out of my lungs. That's not how it works.
I mean, well, what happens is you can just have if you have the water interact with the acid that just turns the things into gas, like we've discussed before, it will just turn into steam and leave.
Yeah,
Poof.
yeah.
Steam.
That's pretty
Hey,
hot.
can you move enough for me to refill my Mario?
So you have
All
steam.
gone.
Aw.
I mean, if you want to catch steam.
I'm
And
gonna
I'll-
go refill.
Like shoot the steam
Okay.
out my nose.
Keep your mouth shut.
I'm gonna go refill a vial full
Yeah,
of
just like, I
water
don't
because
wanna
it's
catch it.
emptied. I'm gonna
Okay,
refill
then
10.
I'm
I have
gonna-
10 vials of water on me.
I'm going to and inhale a full lung's worth.
So,
This is gonna fucking suck.
Every time, man.
And as soon as I
So-
do that, I'm gonna gulp.
swallow the vial. I am my own temple.
There's a reason I have.
I am my own temple, and I am desecrating it.
So, you swallow and then
No,
inhale, or
I-
inhale and then swallow?
I inhale and immediately swallow.
So the second you inhale, you feel your
The pop rocks have activated.
you feel your mouth
Oh my god, those sour.
solidify.
Yeah.
Everything within your you feel like your jaw. You feel pain normally, right? As a homunculus, yeah. You feel immense pain as your entire jaw is ruptured.
Immense pain.
Your jaw is ruptured.
As the crystals spread out through your skull, and just like Liv, you could see looking at them, their mouth was like closed, and then just like out of their cheeks, their nose, their mouth, their chin, their neck just explodes crystals coming out like through their skin.
Wait, I got to check something. I forgot to do this. Keep going.
And then that's what happens. You didn't swallow that many or that much, so you just get about this much of just a shrub
You get
of
a
crystal
beard.
stems that just have erupted through your bone structure and skin.
Crystal beer. Enjoy it.
How much?
Visually,
Ignore me.
okay.
So I
You would
forgot-
also notice visually, these are not purple. These are clear.
I have a crystal beard.
You have a
those
base, like a crystal mass that goes out about 2 inches, because they have simply warmed their way out through your face.
Can you talk? Because wouldn't it be like?
No, it's effectively stitched their mouth like
Do
through.
you want me to take those off? Okay.
So, and you're going to definitely take some damage. I'm gonna say.
I just basically did my lifestone.
Mhm.
So every time I rest at all, I get 10 hit points.
Okay. I mean, you were at max from the necrotic, anyways.
Yeah, I just do now have also my 10 hit points.
That's good.
Hey, Peyton, when were we gonna do the party?
We're
At a time.
it's a time.
soon.
We're ending here soon.
Soon. Okay.
This will be a fun place for the rest of the group to start
Alright,
from.
guys, so the
gonna
ship
wake
is
up
crashing.
and
See this.
So
that's
I'll
hilarious. The
I'll-
ship is crashing. Barley doesn't know what he's doing. I'm scared.
Everyone's
Everyone's hurt.
I'll tell you this one last thing. You take, I believe, how much did we say? I think 3d10 piercing damage from it just exploding outwards through your skull. Luckily it didn't go backwards.
Into your brain.
It went
3d10?
3d10. It reacted in the direction of the oxygen.
I think 20.
20 piercing damage, and you have just solid crystal, like clear-ish crystals, just all around your face. And that is where we will end this episode. The ship is hurtling inwards towards a gaseous planet.
Man, they're gonna love what we found.
We're all gonna fucking die.
Yes.
Hey, members, if you ever listen to this, yeah, we fucked up.
Don't worry about
Barley
it.
fucked. We're gonna be totally fine. I'm gonna blame this on Barley.
Yeah, it's
I mean, hey, it's on them for not showing up. So
Barley doesn't know how to drive a boat.
never let Barley drive again. Okay.
Yeah, good thing.
All right.
I
Yeah.
couldn't have trusted them to hurtle us toward the planet either.
Like,
To be
subscribe,
fair.
comment. Make sure to tune in for the next
Otherwise, we'll
real
crash into
episode.
your house.
Otherwise, the SS Bad Bottle Tony will arrive in your living room
And you'll find out whether
at jamming speed, 4 million miles an hour. Goodbye.